Oh, good. It's super foggy today.
Hello.
Hello. I think Quentin just got here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty much ready to go. Looks like Patchwork was the previous scribe. Quentin, you would be scribe this week if you're okay with that.
Sure.
Doing quartermaster as well.
Yep.
So Patchwork, do you want to give us a quick recap of the events of last week?
Yep, I just did the journal. So we started at the evening of the 53rd of fall. We tried to get a long rest, but we heard noises from the stairwell and we were attacked by ghouls again. This time we had no major casualties. We gathered some essence. Quentin scouted the crypt to see where the ghouls came from, and while the rest of us had a long rest, Shock approached Elise and asked her some personal questions, which she did not like. Then on the 54th of fall, the traces of the ghouls led us to the pool, so apparently they came out of there. Then we went back to the burial chamber. There were no traps, but there was some magic on the chests and on the circle in the ground. There was a pre-recorded magic warning, but we ignored that and opened the center sarcophagus. The corpse was very decayed except for a magic ring. Speak with Dead gave us some more information, like the name of the Shadow Lord and a bit more about the crystals and what the pool was supposed to be. Then Hedrox appeared out of a cloud of dust and threatened to kill us. We talked a bit. We figured out that he was lying about some stuff. He almost attacked us again, then didn't again. And yeah, we were debating whether to do the ritual or not, whether to free Hedrox or not.
Alright, thank you for the recap.
For more information, look at the journal.
Yeah. So, it is the 54th of fall at 8:40 a.m. You had encountered this Hadrox who seemed hostile at first, possibly because he thought you were mere crypt raiders or tomb raiders, but now seems a little bit more interested in possibly working with you, as you've revealed you might know of a ritual to open a pathway in the pool. So let's get back to that. Let's see. All right. So what's the group gonna do?
We ended with... He studied the soul crystals, but he just wants to be free now because he's been stuck here for a while, and we think he's being honest when he's saying that. And he said that the Western Library is more likely to hold information about the ritual than the Eastern one, so maybe we should check that out.
Yeah, we can go there and maybe do some, investigating.
Alright, so you're gonna leave this place?
Well, did we get a definitive yes or no on whether or not we can take the stuff?
We got a maybe if you help me.
Yeah, he said if you free me, he can give you some of the resources of the crypt. Otherwise, to keep your hands off it, basically.
Yeah, he's the Watcher of the Tomb, self-proclaimed.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go do some research.
Yep, we'll be back.
Alright. So, So you are leaving the room, I assume.
Yep.
Heading towards the Western Library.
For some reason, I'm still in combat because I still have the turn order and everything.
Oh, I might have just not have ended combat. There.
Ah, yeah, now it's gone. Thank you.
So Shock would whisper as you're walking away. I assume we're not actually going to open that portal, are we?
Shh, not here. I'll actually say, Quinton will actually say, shh, not here. And keep going until we're out of what I believe to be earshot.
Alright. No one, you're going with them.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, sorry, I'm away from my computer.
Alright.
I'll just move you if you want.
I got her.
Just making some lunch.
I guess I'll delete your token for now. So yeah, Shock says, so what are we gonna do?
Well, he's being honest about wanting to leave, but
I'm sure he
it's-
does want to leave, but if he's stuck here, there might be a reason for that. And you saw him, he was some kind of strange undead creature. You really
Yeah,
think you could
that's-
trust him?
No, not really, but the undead stuff is why he's still around. Anyway, he was originally human, so he should have been long dead. Thing is, we don't know what he's going to do if we let him out.
I don't know, I think he's probably best left in here. As much as I hate to be seen agreeing with the large dumb human, I also don't think we should help this lich. He's an undead creature. In the Feywild, liches are extremely evil and dangerous. I assume it's not much different here.
No. They are dangerous.
He says that in
Usually.
your minds, so Shock does not hear him.
Also, he doesn't hear the comment about the big dumb human.
No. Keeps that part private. Actually, I think you would probably only say that to Quentin. I don't think he'd say that to Patchwork or Elise.
Elise is just fairly quiet at this point. Not really
Well-
throwing in her input to this conversation.
How about we try to find information on the ritual, because at the moment there's a lot we don't know yet. So maybe with more information we can make a better choice, I guess. A more informed choice.
I'm not against learning some more about what the undead guy wants.
I just want to be sure we make the right decision here.
Well, and if we don't help him, then we'll probably have to fight him.
And if we don't help him and just get out of here, he might have a grudge against us and come after us when someone else frees him.
Well,
And this crypt holds a lot of really useful resources. I'm not so sure we should be so quick to turn our noses up at it just because the Guardian happens to be a lich.
well,
Which is unconfirmed, by the way.
what do you mean by that, Shock says?
Are we even sure he is a lich?
Well, he's some sort of undead, at least by the way he looked.
Well, I mean, this crypt, like, again, we don't know much about the magics that are going on in here, like,
Well,
and what
he
this
did.
curse entails.
He is kind of made out of a cloud of dust. Or maybe that was an illusion.
Oh, you guys are so certain. I'll go along with what you
Not
guys
really,
want to
that's
do.
why I'm not completely certain, that's why I want to do some research to be sure.
Shock nods. He says, "Yeah, we have this library here, although I've often seen research take quite a while. It seems like there is floor to ceiling shelves of books on these bookshelves, so that'll be quite a bit for you all to go through. Still, it's probably good we fix this problem if we have the time."
Agreed.
Alright, so if you do want to research this, it will take a good amount of time. Research projects generally take at least a work week to gather lore, which is 5 days of downtime activity.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to start working on that?
I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
Okay, so Patra, what's your big issue with dealing with undead Git back there?
I feel bad for him. Which I know is illogical and stuff, but I feel bad for him.
Okay, but what's your big? Do you have a big fear about it, or do you not?
Well, I'm kind of afraid of what he's gonna do when he's free, or if he's gonna do anything bad. But again, I'm not sure about that, which is why I want to know more before I decide.
Okay, well, either way, we need to do research here to look for that ritual for a dead ancient lost god. That's what we for him
Either
anyway.
way,
So.
we want to close the pool, so we might as well research the ritual. That's what I thought.
I'll paste the research stuff in chat just in case you
I
want to
mean-
look at it.
Could we just destroy the well and be done with it?
In theory, if we could block it, it would kind of stop the undead getting out. But I don't know how to block it.
And is that such a permanent solution?
So give me an Arcana check.
Who?
Can someone roll?
Any of you.
Can someone roll
Yeah,
that
no,
for me?
I'm bad at Arcana.
Yeah, give me a second. I've got access to your sheet from before, so I'll do it, and I'll do.
It's kind of obscure information, so the DC would be. Well, actually, no. This isn't. So DC would be 10 on this. Anyone can roll, even untrained.
Okay.
This is Quinton. Then I'm going to roll for Elise.
So you would know that destroying things with magical effects on them can be unpredictable. If magic isn't released in an appropriate way, it could cause like explosions, curses, just any number of bad things, raw magic. So it's generally not a good idea to destroy things unless you do it in the proper way. And knowing how to destroy the pool would also probably be something you can research. Another thing could be dispel magic.
With the group.
Yeah, I mean all three of you would know this or two of you with those rolls. Dispel magic is possible, but this seems like a pretty powerful magical thing, so you're not sure dispel magic is going to work on it. Alright, so what do you want to do? You could spend a bunch of time going through these tomes, which could get you some answers, but will take time.
You guys want to get started?
I'd be down for that.
With all three of us doing this, maybe four if we count Flintwing as well.
So we could probably
Would that-
get Lyra down here too, because she's with us.
Yeah. Would that reduce how long we've got to do it if we have more people doing this?
So shock probably wouldn't be of much use here.
He can carry the books.
Yeah,
He can get the books
Flintwing.
off the high shelf.
Maybe, yeah, he can reach up and grab the books for you.
You can bring food, drinks.
Flintwing is kind of small. I mean, he's a small-sized creature, so dealing with these books might be a bit challenging for him.
So then he can have Shock help him.
But
Yeah, Shock and Flintwing can work together. Flintwing
Yeah.
can read them, and Shock can carry them. And
so probably Lyra could definitely help you here. I think Elise could work on this. Let's see. Quentin, I guess you could. I'll say like.
I don't have
If you want to
I
save
don't have any
time,
modifiers for intelligence.
like you could do separate separate projects. If you do want to save time, I'll say that. Yeah, you could kind of work together on this on one project. You'll just get less lore. I'll say up to 4 of you can work per project, just because
Like-
beyond that you'll start getting in each other's ways.
Like an option would be to someone researches the ritual, and like one group researches the ritual, another group researches how to destroy the well. So that way we have more options.
Yeah,
Let's
I mean,
say the
generally
ritual
speaking.
is.
So just really quick, the way it kind of works is you find lore as you're going, and you can kind of spend that lore to find out things. It kind of is representing like random pieces of information you find. So the more pieces of lore you have, the more things you can learn, and you kind of choose what you want to spend the lore to find out.
I
If
was
that
gonna say,
makes
'cause
sense.
we need the ritual for the old gods. So those of us who aren't that good at it should do that one because he needs that one done as well. So if he asks us, we're not technically lying when we say it's just taking us longer to find the things because we're not very good at it. The ones of us doing it, whereas those of us who are better at it should do the things we don't want him to know about because it'll get done quicker.
Yeah, and
Does that make sense?
that's one of the things you can spend lore on to figure out the ritual that would free him. But
Okay.
depending on how much lore you find, different options will be available.
Well,
I'll
I'm
say
neither
Quentin-
good nor bad at researching, so I
Yeah, it's
probably
neither.
do rule.
Alright. Being that this isn't like in a city or anything, you don't have to pay to use the library, obviously.
But we are going to have to fight those undead things every fucking night.
You're
Yeah,
not
but
sure if they
last
come
night
in the
was-
library because there's no footprints in here. Although they might, depending on how often they come, you're not
We-
sure. But the soldiers up top might have to deal with them.
Yeah, and we did fight against this. No, we did fight against wraiths and spectral creatures. in
Yeah, but
this
that was
room.
from the coffins. That was from the
Yeah.
coffins, not from the well.
Never
The
mind.
ghouls
then.
keep coming up from the well. No, it's okay. That's Quinton telling you that. Like,
Oh, I have an idea.
Shock
I
says,
can-
go ahead, sorry.
I can mold earth. Maybe if, with enough effort, I could close the room, the entrance to the room with a pool.
So mold earth only affects dirt. It doesn't affect work stone. You'd need something like
Dirt
stone
or stone
shape.
that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube.
That probably wouldn't affect worked stone. See, like it says loose earth. You can excavate it. You can cause color shapes to appear on dirt or stone, but it doesn't say like you could reshape stone walls or anything.
Oh man.
Because it says like the following ways that it works. There's a more powerful spell called Stone Shape. That's the one you'd want for what you're thinking of, to actually like move the or mold the stone into a wall or something. And that's, I think, 4th or 5th level spell.
It's 4th.
Yeah, it's 4th. But Shock says, well, if you all need to research here, perhaps I could take Flintwing and we can help the soldiers defend against ghouls. And then if any come, you won't be disturbed by that. You can have your time here. He says,
Yeah,
or
I mean, if that's what you want.
he says,
didn't
I
know
suppose you
about
could,
that.
or he says, I suppose you could also, after you finish your research, come up during the evening, because that's when the ghouls seem to arise. And if
Yeah,
there's
Honestly, I thought we were
Could do
doing that
that.
anyway.
yeah,
I thought that's what we were doing anyway. That's why I said fighting them every night, because I thought we'd be sleeping up there. I don't
Yeah.
fancy sleeping in a room with an undead lich lurking about.
he nods. He says, yeah, that might be the best idea then. During the day, I can try to help you research. I don't know how much help I'll be, but I can attempt. So, let's see.
So,
Only one of you is
Patchwork
going
wants
to
to
be.
work.
Go ahead.
Okay, Patchwork wants to do. Did you say you wanted to do the old god ritual?
Yep.
Okay, just so I can write down who's doing what. Okay, so. Elise, what did you want to research?
I can learn, or I can try to learn how to destroy it, like alternate ways to dispel it.
Like destroy, splash, dispel. Is that the well or the curse on this place?
The curse.
Okay.
Well, I think the I think the curse and the well have something to do with one another.
Yeah, but I just want to check what I'm writing down so I know. Do you want Lyra to help you, or do you want Lyra researching something else?
Lyra can maybe help Patchwork, and then if Quentin wants to help Elise.
See, I was going to look into what Adrox has been up to, like if there's anything on what he's been looking into here.
Well, we
See
know
what
what
he's
he's
up-
been looking into.
Oh, all right. Well,
He's
speak.
been looking into
yeah.
the soul gems.
So you don't
Let
have
us see
to.
what he's learned.
You don't have to actually say the exact thing. Like, you don't have to research a specific thing. You would find lore and then just use that to find things out. So
Okay.
it would just be a research project, and you kind of just, as you find the books, you can
Okay.
use that information to learn certain things, like at the end of the project.
Okay, yeah.
Shock.
So we'll have Quentin help Elise, and then Lyra can help Patchwork.
Alright, so helping doesn't reduce the time, but each helper gives you a +1 to your Arcana check.
And we use Lyra's Arcana.
Or, sorry, it's not Arcana. It's just an intelligence check. It's not actually Arcana. So you just do a D20 roll plus your intelligence modifier +1 for each helper you have on the project.
And you said that you could have a limit of 4 helpers, right?
I think. Hang on. I think it's actually 6. So you can have up to 6 helpers.
So rather
you
than
can have-
splitting,
Or you can have multiple people researching and get multiple rolls.
so rather than do you guys, rather than doing 2 separate projects, do you guys just want to do one big project and then? Because I got like a +10 to my Arcana.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
It would be
Do that,
so
we'll do
it'd
a
be
plus.
+5.
Yeah, we'll do it all together.
All right. So Shock would get Lyra. Lyra's gonna come down here. She'll say, I think that myself and Elise, being sort of researchers, should maybe do 2 different projects, as we have the highest amount of study experience, and the helpers should be split amongst us. I think, Quentin and Shock and Patchwork should choose if they wish to help myself or Elise. I think Elise actually has a higher int than Lyra because she has that. What is it? Advanced.
Advanced
Manipulative.
intellect.
Yeah. So
We
that puts
also have, I think if we need to level it out, we've also got a Hoto back at Charles who we can get to come and help to level out who goes
It
where.
might take a while.
Shock says
That would take a while.
I could send someone back for a Hoto and maybe we could have her tomorrow. Though for today, I don't think we're going to be able to get her in time.
Actually, no, sorry. Get one of the guards to come down. We'll get one of them to help. We don't need her, so we just need an extra body.
The guards
Level
Is
wouldn't
there
do
a
any good.
soldier?
The soldiers
Is
wouldn't
there
do
a
any
soldier
good in
that's
this.
like? There's not a soldier that's particularly into reading.
Like I'm pushing it, even saying that Shock could help with this. But I'll say like
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
he has some background in library studies, which might be surprising to some of you.
Alright, so we'll have Shock with Lyra and Patchwork, and then me and Elise can have Flintwing.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
sounds good.
Elise, how many helpers do you have?
2.
3,
Me and
2.
Flintwing.
It sounds like.
2. Okay, and Lyra has 3. All right.
I mean,
So,
doesn't Lyra have 2? Because she's got Patchwork and Shock.
oh, okay, so it's 2 and 2 then. Hang on, let me visually represent this for myself. So we have Elise. You said who does Elise have with her?
Elise has Quinton,
Yeah.
and give me a second. I need to find NPC. Oh god, we've got 8 as well. Can 8 just
No,
add the whole thing with
Eight has no idea how to use the library.
Elise and Flintwing?
All right, so you have Elise with those 2, and you have Lyra. Is she on the background? I guess she is. She should be. All right, let me go find Lyra. Where's Lyra? I have her in char. Yeah, I do. All right, so we have Lyra over here. She has Shock and Patchwork. Is that right?
I think so.
All right, so we're gonna try to spend some time here, and in the evenings you're gonna go up and keep an eye on the pool with the guards. Is that right?
Yeah. We're gonna help
Yeah,
defend
and
all the other guards.
We'll just rinse and repeat what we've been doing the last 2 nights.
All right, so let me make some rolls. First night passes, or first day today passes without any issues. So you do have to spend a day's worth of food for yourselves. That's the only thing you have to spend for doing the day.
Okay.
I
On the
mean,
evenings, then I will go out and go hunting and get food to replace what we use.
yeah. Do you have training in survival?
I think I do. Give me a second. Let me find them. No, I've got it in nature, not survival.
All right.
I got a +5 to survival, ironically enough. Because apparently nature's intelligence and survival's wisdom.
Yeah, survival would be wisdom. So you can. Do any of you have survival?
No, but my wisdom is alright.
Let me check 8.
No, and my wisdom is shit.
8 has survival.
All right. And what's 8's wisdom modifier?
8's wisdom modifier is 1, so we get the +4 to survival. I get a +5, but I'm not
So, I kind of, generally speaking, I kind of do like proficiency needed for survival. But 8 can hunt down 5 days worth of food currently without issue.
Okay.
So he can feed 5 of you, which I think is all of you. So that would work. All right, so 8 is hunting, getting food for you. Soldiers have their own food supplies, and so do the NPCs, so you have to worry about that. Let's see. So first day passes. There's no attacks in the evening. It's now the 55th of fall. You just roll. I'm just going to try to pass all 4 days that are left.
Do I have to roll for my disease?
Oh shoot, your disease.
Oh, I would have done lesser restoration then.
Yeah,
and
so
beating
you
before.
need one more success. Lesser restoration will give you advantage. So if you're... Ooh, I think that is a failure. Right?
Yep.
Unless you want to spend a story point to reroll.
I'd rather. I think I want to. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I've only got one story point, so I was thinking of using it for the lore check. But is this more important?
Oh, you can't do points on downtime activities. Sorry, they.
No, you
Oh,
might as well use it.
Then please do. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well use
I
it.
think this is worth it.
All right. Oof. And you did not have advantage, right?
Lesser restoration.
No, she did because
That's
of
the-
lesser
that's
restoration.
Oh,
the
less
advantage.
restoration. You did. Okay, good. So yeah, that would be the third success. So you are disease free, thanks
Heck
to
yeah.
Patchwork's
Wow.
magic and treatment, and you no longer have to worry about this. All right. So, strangely enough, all 5 days would pass quietly. Which is a little odd. You thought for sure there'd be more ghoul attacks. So
Maybe
is
Hadrox is holding them off.
possible.
We had Rox to
though
stop sending them.
That might have other implications if that's what's going on.
Yeah,
But
beats the whole Hadrox is doing it all.
so it is the 58th of fall at 4 p.m. when you finish the 5th day, and at this point, Lyra and Elise need to make intelligence checks. Each of them would have +2 to the roll. Just straight intelligence. I'll do one for... Alright, so that is 17.
17.
What does that
Not
get
bad.
you? Don't know why
But 23 would have been better, but that's okay.
Yeah, the reason I don't do the story points for these checks is because they get you a lot of resources. So it would be like one story point can get you a bunch of stuff.
But again, if you're spending like several days on it, then arguably you're balancing that out with time resources.
Well, that's the thing. Like the spending several days is sort of the gatekeeping, so you just can't do it constantly.
Yeah.
Let me see. Sorry, I lost my place. Research. There we go. All right, so you got a 17. That would get you 2 pieces of lore. Now let me roll for Lyra. Lyra. Here she is. Oh, do we not have a macro? I just rolled manually. Oh, Lyra got a 23. +2 is 25. So she gets 3 pieces of lore. Alright, so you guys have 5 pieces of lore to spend here. So what are the things you wanted to find out?
So
I
we
think
want to
first-
find out.
Well, the ritual for an old god.
Alright, so you do find the
dead
ritual for an
god or
old
whatever.
god. That would be 2 pieces of lore to discover.
Okay.
So
And
you-
then
So
the
you would piece together a couple of things you found, and yeah, there are some obscure rituals that you could do to create this. Basically, it would be calling upon an old god to bless the group, giving you all benefits to your combat ability for a day. Though it would be invoking a god that is somewhat evil. You don't think there'll be any major repercussions, just the fact that you're drawing on evil power might not sit well with some of you. But mechanically speaking, you believe it would be similar to a bless spell, but for a whole day.
Ooh.
So 1d4.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd be down for that.
It would cost you, let's see, 100 gold pieces of religious components. Or sorry, 100 maho to do that ritual. Let me take notes on some of the stuff I'm revealing, just so I remember what I told you.
100, 100, 80. Okay. So that's that. And then what were the other things you wanted to find out?
About the curse and how to break it, how to dispel it, or
alternative
destroy it?
ways to, alternative ways to undo the curse placed on the tomb or the well.
What do you mean by the curse? Like how to stop the undead
this
from flowing out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this thing that Hadroxus said has corrupted what was
Cool.
what originally the pool was, because the pool was originally like a holy thing to the dwarves, and someone came and corrupted it. We're looking for alternative ways to undo that.
Alright, so that would probably cost you 3 pieces of lore. So that would be
Okay.
all your lore if you want to do that.
I'm down if you guys are. I don't really have any other questions.
Yeah, no. The only other question was going to be about what we found out about the soul gems, but no, that was just if we had spare stuff.
Alright,
Yeah.
so there is a sealing ritual you find using Arcana that you think will close the pool, but it will also permanently trap Hydrox if he is not released, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you want to accomplish.
Okay.
As in, he would still be haunting the tomb, or would he be like trapped in the well?
You think he would be trapped, and actually, give me an intelligence check, Elise. You might figure something else out from this.
Nope.
7. Let me roll for Lyra.
Would she get advantage from me and Flintwing helping her, or get anything plus to that, or no?
I'll say any of you can make this intelligence check. The DC is 15, and you might learn something. This doesn't have to be a trained thing.
Just a straight intelligence check.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
I can't guidance myself, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, guidance. So it's a 1d4.
Okay. So
15!
you don't know how if Hadrox is truly trapped beyond the well, and if all the things you've researched are correct, you don't know how much actual power he has right now. I mean, outside of like the like in the actual crypt, like him being trapped might mean that he isn't as powerful as a true lich might be.
So he'd just be like an annoying nuisance rather than a genuine threat.
So Quentin, you would have two hypotheses. Either it's an illusion, or he is possibly somewhat present, but he doesn't have the complete spell power that he does, like if he was actually here. So he could still be dangerous, but he could be nothing at all.
Okay, but if he's an illusion, then what's creating the illusion?
His connection to the crypt. So he still has some connection to this crypt as a whole.
Okay. Hadrox is still a person here. It's not like there's someone pretending to be Hadrox. Okay, so Hadrox is still here doing that. So either it's an utter illusion and he's trapped somewhere, or he's half manifesting and he can't really do or what he's claiming he can do. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
So-
But we don't know what doing the ritual, what doing the old god ritual will do, like what we're going to discover by going in the pool.
Yeah, so
Well, I think,
and
yeah,
sorry, real quick,
the
just
way-
to no, go ahead.
No, you go.
So just really quick, for the ritual to close the pool, it would be 200 Maho of Arcana components, or arcane components. And you think doing so will draw some magic out, which will give you the ability to gain back spell slots if you have used any.
Oh, cool. I personally don't think I have that many components.
Let me check in the bag.
I have 120 gold pieces worth of magic ink.
Yeah, that's more
I
for
have-
scribing.
I have only religious components.
So we might
We've got
not even have.
150.
I have
You've
nature
got
components
100
also.
We have 150 arcane components in the bag.
Ah,
And
150,
remember,
so we need 50 more.
you can turn essence into arcane components by making
Doesn't
either
that take-
arcana checks or alchemy
Alchemist.
checks.
I do have a lot of essences here. So if any one of you is trained in Arcana, that could work.
Sure, I have expertise in Arcana.
I'm pretty sure Lyra does as well, so they can both help.
Well, we need 100, yes?
Lyra says we need a lab.
We need
for...
a 50.
We need a lab for that.
Oh.
I do have my alchemy. I do have alchemy knowledge and my alchemy lab, so we could use that to make the components.
I have more than enough essence to make 50 if it's 1-to-1 conversion.
It would depend on the roll. You can attempt as much Maho as you want, and then depending on how well you roll is how many you actually create.
All right, should we do it?
Usually, generally speaking, you lose energy converting from essence to components, but not always.
Well, do we want to go back to Char to do this in the lab?
Well, we can do it here, can't we?
Oh no, yeah, isn't there a lab here
And
actually?
in theory, yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't Hadrox have a lab?
If he does, you didn't see one anywhere you've been. You've just found the libraries.
Because there's two places we haven't looked in, so we could go searching for a lab, or we could
Well, that's
just
the thing. Do we want to
go, or we could just go back to the circle and ask Hadrox himself where his lab is.
Yeah, let's go ask, because the worst case scenario is he says, "What was down the end of that tunnel you went down and set the traps off for?"
All right, there's still two places we haven't looked at.
Yeah.
Do we want to check those out first?
One of them was that
Let's go and
sealed
ask.
door that
Yeah, one of
something
them was
banging
chained, and
around
the other
behind.
one we didn't look at because there were ghouls in the way.
Let's go ask Hadrox,
There
because
was-
Hadrox might know exactly where his thing is, and he might tell us.
Yeah.
Especially if we blag it and tell him, "It's to help do the ritual. We need these."
We need components, but we don't have enough, so we need to convert stuff.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
Are we
if
gonna
you
go ask?
Go back to
I'd say yeah.
Hadrox.
Coming.
He would.
But before we get there, can I cast enhance ability, the charisma one on Elise? Because I'm going to let Elise do all the talking.
Okay, so you chant putting enhance ability on her. You would
think it's
find
Fox's
Hadrox as you return here. He will manifest in the dust again. He says, "Have you found the ritual needed to free me?"
We did, but unfortunately, we need some arcane components, which we currently do not have in our possession.
He says,
And we're wondering,
can you not create
and we're-
them?
well, no, we need a lab to do that. We haven't yet found yours, and so we're wondering where we can find your lab.
Says, my lab is next to one of the bed chambers in the northeastern part of the crypt. However, I would be cautious. There might be spirits there still haunting the area.
Of
Is
course.
it the one next to the pool?
No, it's on the other side. Northeast. That's where the door was locked, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where the chain door and the Eastern Library is there.
Yeah, it
Goes
says
over
if
this
you
way.
follow the hallways to the northeast end of the compound, you will find it.
And can you tell us what's behind the chain door that growls?
He says that was a storage area. If it is chained, I am not the one who chained it. Perhaps one of the invaders locked something in there. Again, I would use
Right.
caution because it could be hostile.
Sorry, DM, out of character because I don't know what my directions are. Is this what he's talking about in that direction?
You want to know where northwest is?
Northeast.
It's northeast is
That's
upright.
North, because I think you said northeast, which would be this. But if that's
Alright.
That's-
but that's where
I
the
lied. So northwest, basically.
Okay.
Somewhere up this
So-
way.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
okay.
So it,
where the
yeah.
where the dead iron
Yeah, that
tied
was my
are.
mistake. I haven't had my
Yeah.
coffee yet.
That's all good. I just wanted to double check and make sure that we weren't going to go in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Alright, so what do you want to do?
Alright. I guess we'll head towards his bed chambers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. He says, good luck to you. Alright, so you're
You as
heading
well.
you're heading up to the northwest part of the compound.
So can I light up my dagger?
Yeah, sure.
Can you,
Mark yourself as a
hey,
light
Dean,
source.
can you make it so that I can see through Flintwing? Because every time he gets deleted, I can't see through him. Just so I can keep moving him, because I lost.
Well, you can delete him if there's not combat. You don't have to have him moving around the
Okay.
dungeon.
Right, cool. I'll delete Shock as well.
Yes, exactly. You don't need them on. Unless you're putting them up front, then they're just considered with the group. Alright, so Elise, you lit up your dagger, giving you a much better view of things. And sorry, just give me one moment to check some notes on where you are going.
Problem.
Would we rather have Shock or Flint or 8 for potentially what's going to be a fight?
I'm happy with shock.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want to play?
No, it's cool. Like, it's just for the fight thing. I'm indifferent. I just wanted to know what other people wanted.
I think shock is simpler for you to play.
Yeah, I don't have to keep track of the rage. Yeah, no, it's cool. I was like, cool. So he rages, then we do this. And then...
Shock
Well,
doesn't
between
rage.
his magic, between 8's magic rages and the whole glaive feat.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. It'll be fun
It's a
to
lot
try.
to keep track of.
I know, it's fun.
Are you?
I don't know why.
How do
it's fun.
you find playing? How do you find playing like melee fighters?
It's an odd one. It's not entirely terrible, but it's not what like I like playing
You like
like the
magic?
Soul Knife Rogue. I like the Soul Knife. Yeah, I like magic. The Soul Knife Rogue is luckily melee enough that it's a fighter, but it's also magical flavored, so I don't mind it that way. Playing up fighters, I'm a bit like, okay, hack and slash. Like that's what I do. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's different. I mean, I could do different versions, like not with the NPCs, but if I had to create another one, like Sci-Fighter. No, yeah, Sci-Fighter. No, what am I thinking of? The Jedi basic version. I don't know what it's called. Sci Warrior. Or Hexblade and stuff like that.
So you have, what's it called? You have Flintwing and Shock with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're
Yep.
Correct.
keeping, you're keeping your barbarian.
Eight's not here.
maybe up helping the soldiers?
Yeah,
Because
and
he is in the background, right? Like you have him with you.
yeah, and Lyra's probably in the background as well.
All right. So, all right. I think I am ready. So yeah, you
So
come to
everybody,
the.
ready for a fight?
Guys, remember when this little side quest was supposed to take like a day?
Wait, one moment before
Oh,
we
this was
fight.
never supposed to
Do
take a
you
day.
want me to do magic circle on the door?
No, because we don't know what we're walking into. It might
We don't.
be enough.
Well,
So far
let me-
everything in here has been undead of some kind.
Why don't I peek behind the door? That way you don't have to waste your spell. And the
Wait,
components. 'cause
wait.
It's like,
Let me
it's an
let me
expensive
read
spell.
through this. Let me read through this. Yeah, I need to choose a type of creatures.
let me peek behind the door and maybe we get an idea of like what's behind it. Then we can kind of maybe keep the door locked. We can lock the door somehow.
All right, so the door currently is locked.
So we can relock it if we need to, and then let you cast the spell.
All right. If you're certain. I just.
That way you don't have.
It
That
would,
way
it would be no trouble. It would be no waste. It's fine. I have enough spell slots. I have enough components. I can do this without you endangering yourself.
Oh, I don't feel like I'm in danger, and I trust
I
you to
feel
keep
like
me
you're
safe.
in danger.
Danger.
Haha, I'm in danger.
Well,
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Well, if you feel like if it's necessary, I'm not going to stop you. But I genuinely do think that it might be worth making sure there is in fact danger behind this door, rather
Yeah,
than.
that's. I think I misunderstood you. I thought you were trying to see what kind of danger was behind the door, and not if there was danger behind the door.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
necessarily guaranteed that there is danger behind the door.
I agree to the second.
All right. So you trying to pick the lock? What are you doing?
Trying to pick the lock.
Give me a
Thieves' tools.
thieves' tools. All right. It's a fairly simple lock. Oh yeah, you definitely get it open. 26 would be enough, and the double doors click. The door is now unlocked.
All right. Can I peek behind it? Slowly
That
and
would
cautiously?
be a stealth check.
That's
Trying to
I'm
open
bonus
the
action
door.
shillelaghing my quarterstaff ready for something, and Flint one's going invisible,
Alright.
ready for
So
something.
I'm
17?
assuming you momentarily douse your lights.
I will be able to see with it, so without it.
Alright, so it's hard to stealth with light coming in, but at least
I know.
when you open the door and peek into this hallway, you would see this. You think you see a corpse lying on the ground up ahead, and what looks like a skeleton that's probably been here a long time. That's what you'd see when you peek in.
All right, I will tell the others. There's nothing immediately there.
It seems very old and dusty.
Should we just move forward as a
Are
group?
there any traces in the dust on the ground?
Were there?
So if you peek down, looking at the ground with your light, passive perception, I'll say Quentin maybe walks over and takes a look. Your perception isn't the best.
Yeah, no, if she said that it's safe that way, Quentin would probably
There's
walk
a
over and...
thick layer of dust on the ground, dust and cobwebs. It doesn't look like it's been disturbed in a long, long time.
No, it looks like our house when we get back tonight. Whenever we get
Yay.
back.
Well, we're not going back after this. We're moving on to the iron.
Oh no, I'm
Irontide.
making the joke. I'm making the joke that our house is going to be dusty when we get back.
Well, if
Well,
what he
not
said
if
is
Elira.
if what he said is true,
Ugh.
Shock says there might be spirits here, so we should still be cautious. Spirits don't make
They
footprints.
probably, yeah, they probably wouldn't leave footprints. So I don't know. Do you want
Magic
to? Do you want
circle
to?
can block out undead in a certain radius for an hour, which is why I thought maybe
Do
putting
you
it on
want
the
to?
doorway could help us. But if it's
Well, do you
spirits,
want to? Do you want to maybe put it on the junction there?
junction?
Shock says,
The,
perhaps we should open the door and let everyone see.
Well, the problem
hallway.
with spirit is that they can move through solid objects, as we've experienced in the Western Library. So blocking the doorway wouldn't work in that case.
Do you want to place the magic circle where the body is, and that way, because it looks like there's two hallways going, or like two separate like it's not, there's not walls there,
Wait, okay,
and so
it's not concentration as far as I can tell. So how about I just put it on where you're standing currently, and if anything pops up we can run back into the safety of the magic circle and it'll hold for an hour.
just thinking it's a very long hallway, and if we want to actually like get somewhere, it might be worth putting it halfway, like sort of at a midpoint.
Yeah,
So that
that's smart. Yeah, let's do that. How
Okay.
far away can I cast that spell again? It's
I thought
10
you could-
feet.
Okay, yeah, no, the body is like 35 feet away. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the problem
Yeah.
with magic circle.
I mean, you could put it. I guess you could put it right in front of the door.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Alright, so you're casting something?
I'm casting magic circle. I'm gonna post it in chat. Like right behind the door, and I'm gonna specify that it works against undead.
So this will
And the
cost
creep-
you 100 Maho of religious components. Step
I know,
one.
but we have prepared for that. I can do this 2 times.
Okay, so you're going to spend the 100.
Yeah, so I'm going to specify it's against undead creatures, and they can't willingly enter, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls against the people who are in the circle.
Alright, and where are you going to put this?
I'm gonna peek behind the door, and I'm gonna put it behind the door as far away as I can, so 10 feet behind the door.
Alright, so you will have to open the door and go into the hall to do this. It's not something you can set up using stealth, because it would take a whole minute of casting.
Can she look through the keyhole?
You would have to be like basically like pouring powders and like scribing things in the floor to make the circle. So you would have to be entering all the areas of the circle. So you couldn't do it through the keyhole. You would actually have to like manipulate the floor where you're drawing these lines and markings to keep the undead at bay. Well, I guess it says that you can see within range.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess if that's the case, you could look through the door and do it.
Yeah, I
Go
was gonna
ahead.
say. I feel like we.
I would
feel
like to
I
do
feel like
that.
we've done it through. I feel like we've done it through a keyhole before.
Yeah, we've done that before.
You've cast it through a keyhole?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Or maybe not a keyhole, but definitely a crack. Like we've definitely done it like from behind a door before.
I don't remember that. I thought you had just placed it on an area before, but alright, so you open the door to get a look in, and go ahead and start casting, and let me see if anything happens. Obviously, this would make noise because there's verbal components. But a minute passes, you would spend the 100 Maho. Go ahead and place your circle within 10 feet of you.
Okay, let me.
So I assume you were like
This
standing.
is going to take me one
here.
moment.
Yeah. So you can pull out the
Is
10-foot
it this?
radius marker.
It's the 10 feet circle or the radius?
It says radius.
But
in
I
the
don't think
spell.
the hallway is 10 feet.
It doesn't say it has to fit in the exact place, so you can
So
just
we
use
have-
part of it.
Yeah, it's. What else said?
Is that where you're putting it?
This would be 5. Is this 10 or 5 feet away?
So the point has to be within 10 feet of you, and the point
the
is
center.
the center
The
of it.
center.
So you'd
The
have
center
to
has to
put
be
it
in-
like here. Is
Yeah.
the furthest you could put it.
Like. Yeah, one above me.
Yeah,
Like
you
right
can put
above
it there.
me.
All
Okay,
right.
we have 8 squares of safety right there. That's good.
Alright, so you finalize it, and the area is now a haven from undead.
Alright, guys. We
One
have
point
1 hour.
straight in.
And sorry,
Yep.
let me mark that took 10 minutes, so it is now 4:30 in the
It's
afternoon.
a 1 minute casting time.
Or sorry, 1 minute, yeah. I'll just say 4:20 then. Alright, so you make your way down the hall. Quentin, you would
Mhm.
notice with your passive perception, something seems a bit strange about the floor up here that the skeleton is laying on.
You might. Where the body is, the floor's messed up. Like it's not. Doesn't look right. Just so you know.
Can I investigate what
Yes.
could be wrong with the floor?
So investigation, I'll say DC 15 might tell you something. Oof. It's my
I'm
first
rolling
roll.
like shit today.
Are you not trained in investigation?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, you're
It
looking
seems
at.
odd.
So yeah, you're looking
I
at
should
what
be.
Quentin is pointing out, and you're just like, I don't know, that does seem strange.
See if I
Could
can do
I
an
attempt a
investigation.
perception check from where I'm standing?
It would be investigation because you see what he's pointing out, but you have to figure out what it means. Like
Could
there's
I
some
try if I'm-
there's some irregularities in like the floor, basically.
No.
Come on,
Right,
Flint
right.
Wing.
All right. So Quentin, you would have to get up here, but I'll say you move up there and look, and you think that the floor might cave in if you put weight on certain places. This might be a pit trap.
I think it's a trap. Like it's a pit trap. The minute you set foot on it, it falls.
And I'll mark.
And
it.
I with my quarterstaff. Do you want to trigger it or no?
Be worth doing, just so we know where it is.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
With my
I'll
quarterstaff.
I'll mark it on the
from
map
where I'm at.
before you do. Hang on.
Yeah, like I say, from where I am.
It is basically this area here.
From where I'm at, I want to use my quarterstaff to kind of like you know when you're checking the ground to make sure it's stable and you're prodding along. I'm going to do that with my quarterstaff and start like banging or bang on where I think it will cause it to fall.
All right. So you slam your quarterstaff into the weak part, and the floor would immediately fall away. Underneath, the bones kind of fall into a 15, looks like 20-foot deep pit. They shatter, and there are a bunch of metal spikes down there. Luckily, it is pretty easy to walk around it. It's just difficult terrain, because you have to slow down, or you could jump it.
I'll move to the side.
Another interesting thing, now that you're here, there is a very old body right here that looks like it is a guard from Char. He's wearing the town guard uniform, which is odd. You'd wonder how he would have ended up here, especially with the door being
Right.
locked.
Can I check his
Does
pockets?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Elise.
go ahead. Does Shock
Wait,
does
Shock
Shock
recognize.
recognize him? And B, can I like root through his pockets to see if I can find like a wallet and ID?
Shock says, I don't know much about the town guard of Char. I only stop by sometimes, but no, I don't recognize this person. He looks like he's been dead for a while.
Can I
not-
tell what killed him?
Medicine, DC 10. Yeah, so he looks like he suffered massive amounts of necrotic damage, as he is very withered.
Yep, definitely undead.
I will pass
Right,
that
so
on to the
that-
higher-ups.
Another strange
I-
thing that you might notice, it would be, you have to make a survival check, DC 10. You might notice something. He doesn't have any footprints leading him here. Like, the dust is basically the same all over. Almost like the body was dropped here.
Can I tell from like rigor mortis and decay how
Yeah.
long he's been dead?
Can I look
Also,
up?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the ceiling in here is 10 feet, but there's nothing above him.
Okay.
So Patchwork, I'll say with your medicine check, if Quentin asks that, you think he's been dead for, you'd guess at least a season. So like 90 days. Maybe a little bit more. But not even a year.
Okay.
At
When
least you
did-
said
do
you
we-
were looking for a wallet?
Briefly, yeah.
He doesn't have any wallet or ID, because Char doesn't have IDs or anything, but he would have some gold on him. 6 gold pieces and an old letter from, it seems like a woman, possibly a lover of his, asking him to please come home as early as possible.
Oh man.
Do we recognize the name of the woman?
Probably not. Give
Can
me
we-
I guess maybe obscure. Give me I don't even know what you'd roll for that. Maybe
History?
intelligence. Yeah, probably intelligence. DC
Just
20.
memory.
Maybe you've heard
Intelligence
this
or
name.
history?
I think it would be more intelligence. History is
Or
more
memory?
like countries and like nobility, not just some random villager.
Okay, I'm gonna try to, but I'm not very good at this.
I rolled an 18.
Who is this
No.
person? It sounds familiar to you, Elise, but you don't recognize it just from the name. Probably
I'll
someone
take the
who's
letter.
been missing her lover for quite some time.
Yeah. I'll take the letter and maybe we'll come across her one day.
He's fairly young, like the body, he's like probably between 18 and 25. So most likely some, sweetheart or lover or someone.
Probably worth asking me
Alright.
if he recognized.
When we're back, we can deliver the letter then.
Side quest.
Find
Should
the lover. Whatever.
we move on?
Yeah. Do we want to go east, west, or north?
Well, let's start with east.
Oh, and you
Alright.
would see that there is a doorway up here.
Yeah.
So you said east? Alright.
Let's start left to right.
Goof Shock out again.
Does anybody want to go first? Or perhaps someone with better perception, since apparently there's traps?
Okay. You mean the rogue can't tell about traps? How shocking.
She isn't good at finding them, but she is good at disabling.
I am half
Really good.
disabling them.
I disabled the last one if I remember correctly.
Yeah, by I don't know, by
Quentin,
hitting
don't-
it.
Quentin, don't be cocky.
Not cocky when it's talent. Patchwork, you coming?
Very well. You can disable the traps from now on.
Yep, I am. I was just taking notes.
That's cool. I will disable the traps. I will disable the traps by shoving you into them.
And I'm still continuing the map, by the way.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. I am following. I'm just pouring myself a drink. So.
Alright, so you get to the north there. Peeking around the corner, you can see the hallway goes, looks like about 20-25 feet, and then it ends in a doorway.
Are there any traps?
You don't see anything irregular about this hallway.
Do I see anything dodgy about the door as well?
The door is a metal door. The double door is a... Actually, this is a large metal door, single door, so it's different from the other doors you've seen.
Is it locked?
It does seem to be locked.
Is it trapped?
Not from what you can see. At least not from passive perception. Quentin as well doesn't notice any irregularities. Just seems like a door.
Just normal door.
Alright. I will attempt to open it.
Okay. Thieves' tools check. 14 is not enough.
I didn't.
Right,
Roll
technically
a
she
d4.
said that before she rolls, but sure, I'll give you a
Yeah.
guidance.
Can... Oh, thank
Can
you.
you
Just
try
next time,
again?
give it to her
What's
before.
guidance?
Right, I'll try and remember.
16 is
16.
enough. You were pretty close. So the door unlocks. As you open it, a foul smell wafts into the hallway. Smell of
Ugh.
death and decay. And you would
God,
see
that reeks.
lots of bones and even some more recent bodies in here. It looks like Iron Tide members.
Wait a minute, is this a cage?
It is. It seems the door you opened was a door to a cell of some kind. Again...
But what I-
Oh, go ahead.
What I don't get is that there's nowhere around it to walk. Like the door, like this corridor leads straight to the cage, bars, and that sort of like. How can you walk around and see what's inside? Like,
Oh, sorry. This is the entrance. Like, this isn't cage right here.
oh,
So the door is
Okay,
the
no,
entrance
sorry.
to the cage. It's just kind of weird, like, the way it... Because I didn't have a good
Okay.
drawing for it.
Yeah,
And
so
if
like
we
you
go-
can walk around it. Like
Yeah, you
Oh,
could...
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
there's like a 5
Okay.
foot. Yeah.
Well, you'd
That's
want to
cool.
be
It's
on
a
these
bit like-
inner squares, but yeah.
that's cool. Because part of me was just like, we walked straight into the cage, and this is really weird.
Like these,
Cool.
this square is the actual wall, so you would want to stay on this, these squares.
We've
and
been.
then-
I mean,
hoodwinked.
why-
Unless
Why
Elise
build
is,
a
like,
cage when
climbing
it's
on
literally the
bars.
room?
Yeah.
Like, why build a cage when it's literally
Anyways.
the room? Just leave the
What's
room.
that stuff in the cage besides the... oh no, that's bones, and a pentagon?
Then what's the deal with this?
It
And
looks
this.
like some sort of pedestal. But if you want to look closer, you might be able to figure something out.
Just because I don't like all of us being in a room that used to be a cage, I'm going to stand outside the doors in case.
Oh my god, Quentin, you're a coward.
How do you
No, 'cause
spell
if it-
pedestal?
If the door
Alright,
slams
what's
shut,
the deal with this? What's the deal with this pedestal?
How do you spell that word?
Pedestal? How do you spell pedestal? I'm not even sure.
just write altar. I was gonna say just write altar. It's the same.
Sorry, give me one moment to look.
Can't
and see.
remember if it's with an E or an I.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Is it an E or an I in the second? Yeah, it's an E. I wrote it wrong. Thank you.
Give me a moment to look something.
Can I tell by looking how the Iron Tide died? If it's the same type as the Same kind of damage as
necrotic.
Yeah,
the
so
guard.
if you go over to look at them, you start
Don't
to
walk out there
examine
because
them.
you don't know what happened.
I'm gonna
What you
walk
do?
over
Let's
here
do.
and look at that one, the upper one.
So give me another check, another medicine check.
Man,
Yeah, it looks like it might be more exposure to necrotic energy. However, as you are examining this corpse, you see its eyes suddenly open up. And some of the bones begin to move. I need initiative rolls.
Everybody get ready to run back to the
yep.
circle.
Could we also
So-
just take a quick pause before we start initiative?
Oh, like a break?
Yeah. I just really
Yeah,
have to
sure.
go to the bathroom.
Go ahead. We can do a quick break.
I've got to get so much stuff set up. So many characters.
So yeah, be back at like 12:30, I guess, or 10 minutes basically. Be different times for everyone, I think. For me, it would be 12:30.
9:30.
8:30.
Oh yeah, when do you guys when's the end for your guys' daylight saving times? What's it called?
I don't
And then the
know.
clocks go back, you mean?
Because I remember it being different from mine. Like you had it
Yeah.
earlier than me.
No, I think ours is we have ours before them, but ours go one way or the other, and then everything's like an hour later, an hour earlier for a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be back. I'll use the restroom as well.
Okay, that's sharp. This is front wing. Okay, don't mind.
Why are you all so fast? I'm so slow. What the hell?
Hey, it's not me. That's Chuck and Flintwing.
No, I have a 7 and you're all... My dexterity is not bad. Why am I always the last to go?
My dexterity's not great, I think. Let us shrink or Chuck and Flintwing's character sheets so I can fit them so I can see the screen.
So let's hope that the cage holds and we get some distance between us before they break free.
Like I say, the
Possibly?
problem is though, like, I don't think the cage is going to be the problem. I think the problem you're going to get is that they're going to do necrotic damage through the bars,
Yeah.
and if they're possessed by the dead, they can dip out of their body.
I'm kind of stuck in this position, especially if I go last. They might just try to grapple me through the bars.
Spirit guardians.
It doesn't push them away, it just slows them.
It also does damage no matter what they do.
Yeah, kind of.
What turn undead?
Then my 3rd levels are used up, so...
Or you could turn undead.
What's the challenge rating on these guys? That's normal ghouls. Is that normal ghouls? Doesn't look like normal ghouls.
don't even know what they are.
Because it depends on the challenge rating. Well, it's a wisdom saving throw, at least. Because challenge rating 2 and below, I can destroy. Though I don't know if it's rounded up or down. If it's rounded down, then it's 2 and below. If it's up, then it's 3 and
I think
below.
it'll round. I think it says, unless it says round up, it's rounded down. I think.
It doesn't say anything, so it's rounded down. So challenge rating 2 and below is made to dust.
No, that's called lightning. I don't want that. Stop. Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. I just there
All
was no
good.
way that I was gonna be able to focus if I didn't use the toilet. It is cold today, you guys.
Yeah, here it is here too.
Mm.
It's getting colder.
It's getting colder. And the flight schedule at work has been ridiculous. Like, we've had so many canceled flights and so many delays. So many flights have just been delayed,
That doesn't sound
and it's
fun.
crazy. It's not. And then on top of that, like, people have been grumpy because their flights keep getting canceled and
Understandable.
there's delays. And then it's so foggy out right now. Like, I know that I have to go to work after this game, and I'm just like dreading it because I know it's gonna be absolute mayhem.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about our public transport system here in Germany either. Like our trains, it's in 9 of 10 cases the trains will be late. In 9 of 10 cases, when I try to take the train to visit my family, the train is almost always late.
Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to go at 28 minutes, but most of the time it arrives at 28 minutes.
All right, how we doing?
Good.
Good.
Just brushing my hair and heading back upstairs.
Brushing your hair.
I use the break to kind of get ready for work because I have to go like right after the game.
Oof.
So.
All right. Well.
All right, ready to go.
All right. So, as these things come back to life, they do not seem happy. So the first act is going to be Elise, it looks like. What do you want to do?
30 feet gets me here. I guess.
Oh, let me show you what these things look like.
This guy's gonna.
Oof.
That
not
pink
with
guy's
the,
gonna take an attack of opportunity, is he?
Not with the rogue.
No, he doesn't have his reaction.
Wait, which guy? The
The pink guy.
skeleton?
He doesn't have his. Doesn't have his reaction yet, does he?
He does, because they weren't surprised. So if you move
Right.
out of his threat, he would still get an attack on you.
Okay. Are we gonna try? Are we just gonna leave, or are we gonna try to attack these guys and kill them?
Maybe from a distance.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action disengage and come up here
Alright,
so that I can still see, but I'm far enough away that they can't hit me.
alright, so as they're getting
That's my
up,
turn.
you sort of rush, rolling past them. The skeleton's gonna go next.
Yay.
He is
I
going
want
to...
to- Maybe Shock is here.
Let's see...
Shock has the light source.
Mm-hmm.
Please?
He's gonna try to
What is
follow
Shock doing
Elise.
there?
What's Shock
But
doing?
he's in
there?
a cage.
Huh?
No, he's not. He's standing on the side.
Yeah, remember this can.
Isn't
you
he
can
in the
walk through
cage?
this. Who, Shock?
Yeah,
Uh, isn't who in the cage?
Skeleton guy.
Wasn't that skeleton cage?
Yeah, you were all in the cage. He can follow you.
We're not in the cage. I thought we were outside the cage.
yeah, we were.
Yeah, I thought we were
cage
outside
was-
the cage.
There
That was
is
the whole
no
point.
outside
Open
the
it.
cage. Sorry, like
What?
the
Huh?
cage is the room.
Oh, that was. I thought there was. I thought. That
No, like
was
I
not
said,
what I
the-
understood.
Yeah,
the
'cause that-
door to the cage is this door.
No.
I thought we agreed that that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
You know, because I
No,
thought
I
there was a
said this
5
is
foot
the door to
around
the
the side.
cage.
yeah, we thought there was like a gangway around or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Sorry,
said, what's
that
the
was-
point in having a cage
I
when you've
thought-
got a doorway? Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Uh,
'Cause I asked that, 'cause I said-
mean,
Why is there a cage when it's the room?
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, that was not.
Alright,
Clear.
I completely misunderstood what you guys were trying to do. You could
Yeah,
not
like,
have
I
done any
thought-
of the examination from outside the cage. You would have had to go in the cage to look at that stuff.
Yeah, I would not have
Okay.
done that.
Yeah. No.
No,
like,
none of us would have
would've
gone in the
done
cage.
that. It's fine. It's fine. We can move on. We can move on and just moving forward, just like be
Yeah, well,
more clear.
how did
But-
you think
Yeah,
they would have
let's
gotten in the
continue.
cage in the first place if there was no door?
I
No,
thought
I figured there was a
we
door to
thought
the
that there
cage,
was
but
a
I-
5 foot. We thought there was
Yeah.
like a 5 foot.
Sorry,
like,
I
Yeah.
at one point said
hallway
this is the
around.
door to the cage. I remember saying that. I said this is
Yeah.
the door to the cage to get
Yeah,
in.
because I,
So,
you said
regardless,
this is the door to the cage, and I said, what's the point in having a room if the cage is the entire room? And you said, well, there's a gap in between, and I thought you meant along these squares were a 5 foot around the entire cage
yeah,
that
well,
people could walk
all right,
around
so
in that
let's
cage.
say that's the case. This guy can just step out anyway. Like, there's nothing stopping him.
okay.
Because you guys are like, how do you get out of the cage? You just
Hi there.
walk through the door. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, sorry for the miscommunication.
Yeah,
like
that's-
that.
Alright, so yes, there
Sorry.
is a gangway around the outside of the cage, but this guy can just step out of the cage because
But the cage is
Yeah, no, 'cause the door,
But
yeah.
the doors just
Okay.
open anyways.
Alright, so
Okay.
he was trying to follow Elise, which he will do. And he's gonna go for her. Sorry, lady. That
Rude.
whole argument just threw me off. Give me a second to remember what I was doing.
Alright.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
It was-
What does this do? That's fine. Okay. So he is going to go for Elise with a longsword swing.
rude.
It doesn't look like he has a shield, so he'll do it two-handed. Elise jumps back, dodging the attack. Oh, and he does have a multi-attack, so... it would
Makes
take
2
a
longsword attacks.
second.
1 second, I'm gonna get myself a
22.
blanket. I'm cold.
22 a minute. 18, 19, 20,
Yeah, you can shield it.
23. I can shield.
Alright, so you throw up a shield, knocking the
Bless
attack
me.
back, spending your reaction.
Reaction.
Alright, that is it for that one. This one is going to come up this way. He is going to go for shock.
I'm back.
So this one draws a short sword. It's going to take 3 attacks. He will
Oh.
miss, and a short sword. Alright, so that will miss as well, ending his turn. The Zombie Lord is going to, I think, throw up his aura. so there is a sudden wafting of stench in the area as he
Ew.
rises and just lets off this strange gas, which would be a 30 foot. And he is gonna walk over this way and go for Shock as well. Shock's like, oh crap. Doing a multi-attack. So it's going to do a slam. That's at the start of your turn, not now. The con save.
Okay.
Miss with the slam and attempt a life drain on Shock. Ooh, 22 I think is going to hit him.
Yeah. Well, how much am I gonna do? Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay,
Does Shock have a shield?
He does,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shock has a shield. So does the 18 that's armored, is that just the 18 not including the shield?
That's with chainmail and shield.
Okay.
Well, that's what I have too.
No, that's cool, just because I was working out, because otherwise it...
And so Shock takes 4.
takes 4
Can you do
necrotic.
a con save on him?
Yeah.
Alright, so he resists the actual life drain. Patchwork.
So he takes...
I did the 4
Right.
points of damage to him.
Okay. That's good.
Well, if I want to get out of here, I'm gonna need to get past that zombie lord in front of Shock.
No, because remember, this is the gangway. This is what we're saying. So there is a gangway.
Yeah,
so
but
you're
he's
good.
blocking the gangway.
yeah, he's kind of walking out over there.
Can I shoot a guiding bolt through the bars?
Yeah, you can.
Is that cover or anything, or are the bars too far apart for that?
No, you can just cast and point through and fire.
We've also got a zombie lord like right beside you too.
Yeah, but he's behind the bars. Well,
It doesn't mean we don't know what he can do between the
Mhm.
bars, but yeah.
You could try to attack you through the bars. It would probably be at disadvantage, though. So you're kind of safe where you are.
yeah,
Or
I'd
at
like
least
to.
more safe.
I'd like to do guiding bolt level 1. The zombie lord that is fighting Shock.
All right.
Ugh.
10 is probably not going to be enough. So the guiding bolt would fire, but it would just hit the armor and not actually go through.
Ah, god damn it.
Anything else? Any bonus action?
Not really, no.
Alright, so that is it for you.
I can do I can draw a weapon with an item interaction, right?
Yeah.
Do I want that? I'm going to move up here and not do anything else because I'm in a bit of a pinch here.
Alright, so the zombie lord here is going to move over and attempt to attack you through the bars. There's a slam attack,
No.
disadvantage would miss, and a life drain is going to
No,
miss.
no.
Alright, Shock. So Shock would yell, get behind me if you can.
Okay. Now, does Shock have multi-attack or no? 'Cause I know he doesn't have it on the sheep, I didn't know if he would.
Yeah, at this level he would have multi-attack. So he can make
Okay.
2 attacks, either shield bash or sword attack.
Okay. That's right, that won't work. Okay.
Or he could do one.
He's gonna go with his long sword. He's gonna attack with his long sword against the zombie lord in front of him.
Okay. Yeah,
21.
21 would cut him.
And 18.
I need the first damage first. Alright, so 10 points
10.
on the zombie lord.
Oh, did I have to do a saving throw because of the poison?
Oh yeah, at the start of each of your turns, sorry. I completely forgot. So that would be the stench.
A
DC
Constitution saving
16
throw?
con.
Mhm.
Alright, so
hey.
you're fine. What about shock?
Okay, so that's 10 and
The
12
DC
points
would
damage.
actually
from
be
each-
14, not 16, sorry.
Okay.
That's incorrect.
Um,
Alright, so yeah,
23.
shock,
Shock good.
shock is fine.
And we're immune for 24 hours. Okay, I'll have to write this on. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I'm immune too.
So what was I looking at? Oh, I don't know if shock is a magical weapon. Does that matter?
I don't know, would he have a magical weapon at this point?
Not necessarily, unless the group gave him one. He probably still has his normal weaponry.
Let me check and see if we've had an extra one. If we have an extra magical blade, I imagine we'd have given it him. Nope, we haven't. Alright, cool.
So
DM,
yeah.
what time of the day would it be at this point? Because if we want to,
It is 4:20.
that's PM, right?
Yeah, so like 16:20.
Yep.
Alright, so he would only deal half damage to these things, unfortunately. This is crap. Does he have a magical knife or something? And that is it for him. Flintwing.
Okay, Flintwing is invisible and flying, so he is going to Eldritch Blast the thing in front of him. So he's going to
You mean
Blast.
this one?
Yeah.
Oh, I do need a con save from Flintwing first.
Okay. So, question. This is a magical effect, right?
Yes.
Or is it advantage?
Ooh, no, that is gonna fail. So Flintwing is poisoned. At least till the start of his next turn. So his shot. Let's see, what did he roll? 10 would miss on the first shot.
It would be a straight roll because he's at advantage from being invisible.
Alright, so but 13 would miss regardless.
Okay, and then this one's going to be a disadvantage. Oh no, this one would be still a straight roll because of 10 anyway.
Alright.
Bonus action, invisible, and then he's going to fly back
a bit.
and back. Yeah.
Alright, Quentin.
Right, me. Okay. Move there. No, the cage doors, I know we've put you on the spot, so if you don't know, that's fine. Do they open in or out?
They open inward. Or it opens inward, yeah.
Okay, so I can't put it with them there. Cool. Cool. They then have to make all of them, all three of them in there have to make a dex save. No, a constitution save, I'm sorry. They have to make a constitution save of 16.
Oh, did you make your poison save for the stench?
No, I have not. I have yet to do that. Let's do that.
Alright, go for it.
Constitution.
Alright, so you make it. And if you've made it, just mark yourself with the little potion bottle, just so I don't have to keep asking, because you're immune basically once you make it. Alright, so you step forward, throwing an explosion of thunder into the cage, which they will have to do con saves. So the first guy makes it. Does he take half damage?
On success phase, creature takes half damage. Yep.
Go ahead and cast it with just the roll. Alright, so he would take 6 points from the thunderous explosion. second one. Oh, actually, wait. He would take 12 points. He is vulnerable to thunder.
Ooh.
Okay, so he takes 12. The zombie lord, I don't think is vulnerable. Let me see. No, he's not. So the zombie lord attempts a con save. He will make it as well, taking 6. And the third zombie lord, or second, will make it, so he takes 6.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna bonus action Shillelagh.
Alright, so you light up your shillelagh with energy. New round, Elise.
Elise is gonna, I guess, go for the guy in front of her.
Alright, this one.
Or actually picking up what Quentin's putting down, she's actually gonna cast Shatter, I think.
Alright, another explosion of thunder energy.
Oh dear.
Alright, so
It's not letting me
10-foot
cast the
radius.
spell.
The macro might be broken. I have to pull it on again. But I'm assuming you're targeting these 3?
Yeah. And then my DC is 15.
Alright, so
For the con save. And it's how many? What's the damage? 10-foot radius,
Here,
Constitution
I'll
shield.
grab it
3d8.
for you again. Alright, so shatter. This one should work. Or not. Oh, it is, okay. So level 2, right?
There we go.
Oops, we both cast it. Alright, so I'll use yours.
Give yourself a spell slot back.
Yeah, I gave you back the spell slot. Oh wait, you should be at full spell slots, all of you, right? None of you. I guess you use shield.
I use shield. And I
use shield.
I also automatically take off the first level spell slot for mage armor.
Oh right, so you'd be at 2. Okay, so that's correct. Got it.
And I also enhanced ability on her when talking to Addox to our last one.
Alright, so on save on this guy. Oh, he would fail, taking 26. So there is a nasty explosion of thunder, and he looks wounded. The zombies. 14 would fail, so he takes 13 damage. And he would be wounded. The last zombie. Let's see. He make it, so he takes 6. Alright, anything else, Elise?
I forgot to make my Constitution save at the beginning of my turn.
Oh, go for it. Alright, so you are poisoned. At least until the
That's okay. I'm gonna disengage and bonus action disengage and move outside of the stink.
Okay.
Ah.
The stench lasts until the start of your next turn. Alright, the skeleton is going to try to follow you, giving shock and Oppie if he wants to take it.
Also Quentin.
Oh yeah, both of you.
Shock, seeing that his blade's not doing anything, won't. Seeing his
Oh,
blade's
that
not
was
doing
to
damage.
the zombie. You're not sure what it'll do to the skeleton.
Oh, okay. Alright. You'll try it?
Alright, yeah, 25 is going to strike.
Come on, roll damage. There we are.
Points. I think. Hang on, let me just make sure of that. Yeah, that would affect him normally. However, he does have an interesting thing. Where his bones seem to affect the weapon. So the weapon is now at a -1 penalty to damage rolls.
Okay.
But you
So instead of a +4, just make it a +3.
yeah. At least, I
Okay.
think you have to get it repaired.
Okay.
Let's see.
And then Quentin will take his reaction with Shillelagh. Is magical.
No, 8 is gonna miss.
Okay.
So,
I
not
think
liking
that's
that shock hit him, he is gonna turn around and attack shock instead. So this is the two-handed one. 10 will miss, 14 will miss, and that's it for him. Shock.
No, it's not. No, sorry, correction. Actually, what did I roll for that? Because I need to check something. Because Shillelagh uses my wisdom modifier as the attack, which should have made it. Come on. My computer is
Rolling.
being.
So even, I mean, rolling a 5, you're probably still not going to hit, but we'll see, I guess.
That would have been 13.
Yeah, 13 would have missed still.
Okay, cool.
It was close, but
I'll have to fix that. No, that's cool. That's just. Yeah, Alright, cool. Shock is going to. He can't do anything because nothing's doing
Can you
damage.
get out of there?
Well, he can do half
Yeah, but if he-
damage.
Alright, yeah. Shock's going to attack the
He
Undead
also
Lord because.
has his ability to knock things prone.
I know, but it'll
Dash.
damage his shield, which will also throw him over, so.
Well, 18
He'll
will
attack with a long-
strike the zombie lord on the first hit.
Okay. Then he doesn't do anything with the second one because.
So he strikes him for how much?
Come on. Oh, sorry, it's being annoyingly slow.
3?
There we are. 6.
Right.
Right.
So yeah,
Hey,
the
mate.
zombie lord takes the hit but is still alive. Anything else?
No.
Actually, I should mark this one's stench too. Alright, the Swordbreaker is very unhappy with all this thunder damage, so he's going to go for you, Quentin. Doing
Cool.
his longsword attack. 15 would
Nope.
miss. Actually, this is one-handed. Oh. That is going to crit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, not too hard though. 8 points of damage. And a short sword stab. 15 is gonna miss you. Alright, the Phaedrake.
Okay, so. Is it at the start or the end of his turn the poison thing stops?
Start of his turn, so he's no longer poisoned.
Okay, cool. So he is no longer. Which is good because. Eldritch Blast the undead on this side of the thing, so that's a 24 and a 15.
Which undead? This guy?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, those both hit.
7.
So he is blasted for 10 points of force damage.
And then again, he goes invisible. And actually, he will move. That he can still see that one.
Alright.
Yeah.
The zombie lord is going to try to push past you, Quentin, which will provoke an Oppie from you, Patchwork, though at disadvantage if you're swinging through the bars.
I don't have a weapon out. I could punch him.
Well, you don't have to take it. You could save your reaction. So Quentin,
But you
give
do.
me... Huh?
I think you do. Your
You
little
do what?
marker said that you do.
It's my
Have a
shield.
weapon out.
It stands for my shield, as in one of my hands is occupied.
I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
using the occupied markers anymore. You just need a marker if you're using range, so you don't have to worry about the sword one, just because it takes up real
mind
estate,
then.
and I'd rather keep that. So give me athletics, Quentin.
Okay. Not my best.
Ooh. Oh no,
No.
it wasn't Quentin.
No, that was not me.
So he just pushes
Never
past
mind.
you. 10, 15.
You could also make an unarmed strike. Patrick.
Yeah, but she probably isn't all that strong anyway.
I have a 12.
And your fists aren't magical, so they wouldn't even do full damage. So he's gonna go to here. Actually, he's gonna... Let's see, 10, 15. I'll stop here. He's gonna attack Quentin.
Okay.
Oh, 25.
Yeah.
Alright, so you are punched for 8, wounding you.
Okay.
And a lifetime 13 is gonna miss you.
Phew. It could have
Okay, I
been
need
bad.
to... Yeah. Oh, this is bad.
Alright, Quentin, you're up.
What do I have that? Alright. I am going to move. Yeah, no. I have to push past. Alright, cool. Our character resources. This is driving me insane. Okay. We are going to do. What's the dragon? There's a specific. Fuck it, we know that's doing the damage. Okay. I'm going to go a blue. Is it blue? Yes, look at this. Sorry. CR ratings are a pain in the backside.
Fine.
Okay, something I want. Cool. Damage. Fuck it, okay, I'll save this for next time, so I should have looked this up beforehand. Alright, cool. We are going to underwave to my underwave this side.
Alright. So there is an explosion of thunder. The zombie lord is going to do a con save. Oh, no, he fails, taking 11. Becoming...
And he gets pushed back. How many feet? He gets
10.
pushed back 10 feet.
Alright, so he is blasted this way. He also looks very wounded now. Skeleton.
And the other one has to make it.
17 makes it, but he still takes double damage, so he takes 11. And he does not get pushed.
Cool, and then 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
You're giving this guy
That
a
was
copy?
that. Yeah.
Okay. So he is gonna swipe at you with his longsword. Ooh, 20 I think is gonna hit.
Yeah.
Or another 5 slashing.
Okay.
Patrick. Oh, sorry, that was it for you, right, Quentin?
If
I am going to bonus action wild shape, but I need to figure out what shape I want to turn into. So go to Patrick and I'll tell you when I get to me. I need to figure out what shape I want to go into.
if I move from here, the guy gets an RP, right?
If you move where?
if I move here, wait, here.
No, because you'd still be in his threat range. He'd get an Oppie if you left his threat range, which is 5 feet all around him.
Alright. I need to look up spiritual weapon once again. Well, it's a bonus action. Yeah, I can immediately attack with that if I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna move around the corner next to Shock.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alright, where are you summoning the weapon?
I'm... One moment. That's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to subtract this spell slot.
It should minus it if you roll for damage.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to roll it, I was trying to summon it first.
I see. Alright. And where... Yeah, so you summon the spiritual weapon. Where at?
One moment. Here. That worked.
Alright, so a spiritual vision of your weapon poofs into existence.
I would like to attempt to attack the zombie lord in front of me.
Alright. Yeah, 20 is going to hit. Doing 7 force to him. Anything else?
Sacred Flame the guy in front of Quentin.
Alright, so you summon a sacred fire, bringing it down upon that one. He will attempt to avoid it. And he will. He dodges. As the fire sears the floor with the radiant energy. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
Alright, the zombie lord, now being able to see you without the bars in the way, is going to attempt to attack you. Patchwork, ooh, 24, strike you for 4 bludgeoning, and a life drain attack. 24 is going to hit you again for 9 necrotic, and I need a con save, DC 14. Oh, you just fail it. So unfortunately your max hit points are reduced by 9.
I'm just gonna write a -9 behind it.
Yeah, if you put, exactly, in your sheet, that'll do it. Alright, that is it for him. New round, Elise. So you're no longer poisoned, but I do need another con save, because you are within the stench again. Ugh. Oh, alright, so you are poisoned again, giving you disadvantage. At least 2 attacks. What do you want to do?
Case. We'll come around here and take my green flame blade attack on the zombie lord.
Alright, so disadvantage, but you do have flank, so +2.
So
18
bad.
becomes 20. Yeah, so that will strike.
okay, so we do green flame blade damage. We do Snick a snick. And
So
5 piercing and 5 fire.
15.
5, 10, 15, 21.
So I think that fire damage is the jump, right? Because you already have the 5 green flame blade damage.
Is the flame tongue dagger.
Oh, right. Sorry. Completely forgot. So 15, 21. Alright. And that is going to bring him down. Alright, anything else?
I just turn and look at the other guy behind me. I wish I could take a bonus action dodge. That'd been so cool.
Only if you're a monk.
Only if I'm a monk. But yeah, no, I'll just use my last 5 feet of movement to get to flank with shock. We got a conga line of death.
Alright, so your turn ends. The Bone Breaker goes. He is going to continue attacking Shock, not paying much attention to you, Elise. Nope, that is gonna crit. So Shock takes 12. As he is caught off guard
Shock
from
doing?
a sword swipe.
Minus 12.
Second attack, 21, I believe, is going to hit him as well. Doing another 5, and Shock is looking wounded.
Yep.
Son of a bitch. That's it for him. Shock.
Okay.
Oh, I think he did something weird to his HP.
Yeah, give me 28 minus 5. I just had it. Yeah, it's cool enough. Cool enough. Minus 5. Right, give me a second. Okay. That's that, and then I do. Come on. What for thinking? Okay.
Oh, so I guess he isn't wounded yet.
There we are.
He's getting close to it.
He's at 23. He doesn't get second wind, does he?
He does not. No, he's not a true fighter.
Okay. If he takes out a javelin, can he stab with it, or does he actually have to throw it?
No, he can do a melee attack with a javelin. It's D6.
Cool.
I
He was
believe.
going to do that with a javelin.
Alright, so he pulls out one of his javelins, stabbing at this thing. 22 is going to strike
the one
it.
But he gets 2 with that, right?
Yeah, he gets a second attack. Yeah, 20 is going to strike it again.
Okay.
And this time it does 4
Again,
damage.
not magical.
Well, you're stabbing this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't need magical to hit him. So he takes another 4, and that is it for Shock. The skeleton here... He didn't like your thunder, Quentin. So he's going to come this way. And you said you don't do oppies, right, Patchwork? You don't have a weapon for that.
No, I don't have a weapon.
Alright,
I have
Shock.
my spiritual weapon.
That would
Shock
be an
does,
oppie.
though, and Shock will attack with his javelin.
Okay. So the javelin is now at -2 to damage. Yeah, 19 would strike him. Or 4 points. He's now at -3.
Yeah.
The skeleton, angered by this, will turn around and attack Shock.
Oh, not for Shock.
Whoa.
Guys, we need to stop making opportunity attacks on people.
Ooh, Shock takes 8. Now he's wounded. Second
no.
slash will miss, and a short sword will miss as well.
No. Okay. Did -9, not
He's doing his job. Alright, so he's wounded. That's it for that guy. Flintwing.
Cool. Something's gonna fly up and Eldritch Blast the one who was coming after Quinton who attacked Shock.
Alright,
We get
2 at advantage.
At advantage.
That's a crit.
Not 20.
And yeah, that will hit as
25.
well. Alright, 16.
16. Why not?
Several bones shatter on him as the blast hit, and he is now badly wounded. Looking angrily.
And Flintwing
towards Flintwing.
goes invisible again and flies further down. I wild shaped into a crystal dragon, by the way.
Alright, so go ahead and. I think we have a token for that, right?
Yes, we do.
Go ahead and pull
Drag
that
that
out.
on.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
I need. If you move Quinton to the back, I will roll initiative for
Yeah, so
dragon form.
he would be initiative 9.14. That's Quentin's.
Yeah. So I just need to find where. There we are. Right. 9. Right. Okay, and then I am going to. That would have been the last turn I'd done this, so I'm still the dragon. Cool. I'm going to go up. And I'm going to attack this one with a bite.
Alright, you bite at that one. 22 is going to strike. And your bites are. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but your bites are considered magical, right?
Yeah, it's magical because that level that makes it magical. Plus, I do radiant, so
Alright, so you chip your teeth a little, doing 14. Actually, does
Yep.
not affect natural weapons. Check.
the monk thing,
I think
the
it's wooden.
druid thing means
It's wooden and metal.
Yeah,
weapons.
it says wooden and metal on that, so yeah, I think you're okay, so your teeth don't chip. But yeah, anything else?
no, I can't do anything with bonus action with the dragon.
And patchwork.
Bonus action, attack with a spiritual weapon again.
Alright, spiritual weapon flies at the zombie lord. 13 is going to miss as he backs up, avoiding the swipe.
And I'm gonna turn around and as an action cast Cure Wounds on Shock.
Alright, you lay your
Right,
hands
um,
upon him, channeling vital, radiant healing energies. Gains 5.
Plus 3 is 8.
Alright, because life cleric. Alright, he gains 8.
Okay.
No longer looking wounded.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's my turn.
Alright, zombie lord. He is going to swipe at you using a slam attack.
No.
To easily block. He will once again attempt to life drain you with his second attack.
Yes.
And that will hit you for 5 and another con save DC 14. Alright,
Jesus.
yeah, so you don't take life drain, just necrotic damage. New round, Elise. Give me another save for the poison. The stench.
God, you still haven't saved me.
No, she is.
Leave me alone.
She's having a hard time with this poison. This smell. She doesn't like it. Nope. Still. So you're poisoned again.
Closer to it.
Damn it.
Ugh.
Alright, well, I'm
Ugh.
gonna try to shank the guy in front of me.
Alright, so you're +2.
With disadvantage.
So
18 to hit.
18 will hit him.
So we'll do green flame blade. Nice.
So this guy, unfortunately, does have the fossilized bones. Oh, but this is magical, so never mind.
It's a magical.
Yeah, so 8,
Once-
9,
And 10.
plus 10, 19. Okay. That will wound him. As you slash and burn. He's very upset at you.
Oh. I guess I will bonus action
Disengage and
blade
run away.
song.
Oh, blade song?
Yes. No. No. I'm gonna blade song just to get the extra AC.
Alright, so you begin blade singing.
And I
He-
look suspiciously over at Shock and hope that he's not watching too closely.
Shock has his own problems right now. You
I
don't think
figured.
he's paying close attention. Alright, so the skeleton who you just stabbed is going to wield his weapon two-handed and swing at you twice. Ooh, now easily dodged.
Miss.
And another
Miss.
stumble. Alright, Shock. Did
Damn it.
you say damn it?
Okay.
Did you want him to hit you?
No, I was just thinking what a waste of like a use of my blade song.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
Start with his minus. How many javelins would he have?
I'll say he has 5.
He's going to attack the one that's nearly dead with the javelin again.
Alright, this is the broken javelin, right?
Yeah, this is the really damaged one.
Yeah, 24 will hit. So 3 points of damage. And the javelin would break.
Pulls out another one. Is that one dead yet or no?
No, he's still up.
Alright, cool. Goes again with the
Yeah.
javelin.
17 will stab him again. Or 6, which will destroy him. And the javelin is now at -1.
Yep.
Alright,
Right.
Phaedrake.
That's him done. Oh. A lot of back forward today. Right, okay. The Flintwing is going to fly up. Now, the one that's flanked from Shock and Elise will have cover, won't he, from him?
Yeah, but pretty much all the enemies will have cover at this point.
But he's flying.
Cool. He's flying, but
He's
he can only fly
If
so
you
high.
if you went over here, you could avoid cover. Because then you'd be.
It's
adjacent
when I
to
start
the
my
cover.
turn. It's when it starts to turn in the aura. He has to make a Constitution saving
Yes.
throw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got an 80 feet flying speed. He was here, so that 5, 20. Yeah, I can fly back. Cool. Alright, so here, Eldritch Blast at advantage, the one in between Shock and Elise.
Pew pew.
Hit.
Alright. So the
18.
second one hits.
Oh.
Blasting him for
5.
5. Once
Invisible,
again,
fly
getting
out
his
again.
attention, but yeah, then he invisibles and flies away. Alright, Quentin.
Rinse and repeat. Okay, cool. Quentin is going to move up here. Right. How far is my reach as a crystal dragon? More
Assume
than
5
5
feet.
feet. I have 10 feet reach. Cool.
Oh, alright.
I'm going to target. Yep, he's in range. The zombie lord and bite him.
Alright, you do a bite attack. 13 will actually miss him.
Cool. That's all I can do anyway.
Alright, so that is it for you. Surprised he's medium sized and 10-foot reach, but alright. So Patchwork.
Rinse and repeat, bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Alright, you attack the zombie lord. The spiritual weapon will slam into him, striking.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Alright, he takes 10 points.
Force damage.
He staggers back.
And then I would like to cast a Sacred Flame on him.
Alright, so chant summoning radiant fire down upon him, which he will attempt to dodge. but he will fail, taking 6 radiant as the corpse of the Iron Tide member is being pummeled. That will put him to wounded.
That's my turn.
Alright. Wishing to repay you for your kindness, the zombie lord will come at you again with a slam attack. 18?
Yep. Double hit, that's my
Barely
AC.
hits. For 4 bludgeoning
Mm-hmm.
and another life drain, which you will dodge. Into the new
Yep.
round, we have Elise.
Hey,
Con
One-
save.
one-
I'm gonna make this one. I'm gonna make this one, you guys.
You got this. Con save. No, you don't. All right.
No.
Oh god, it smells so bad. Blech. So you're hacking and retching from this terrible stench. Ooh. 15 will strike.
17.
Or 17 with flank, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna do green flame blade damage. We're gonna do sneak attack damage, and we'll do flame tongue dagger damage.
Nice. 16,
So,
19.
12, 16. Yeah.
Alright, he shatters.
And then can I move past Shock and the dragon?
Yeah, they're just difficult terrain, same as the dead bodies. So it'd just be 10 feet of movement per square. Shock is not going to stop you.
Forward,
I think I
Quinton.
can get here. I think I
10,
can get
20.
here-ish.
25, 30. That is 35 feet of movement.
Then I will get to where the...
Yeah, and actually, wait, that would be
Spiritual
40
weapon is.
feet because of the bones here. And yeah.
Oh
you-
wait, I have 40 feet of movement anyways.
Okay. Yeah, so
With
then
Blade
you
Song.
could get there with your blade song. Just
And I
dancing
couldn't
around.
I couldn't get here, eh? I couldn't get
You
here,
could,
eh?
if you
Right.
diagonal, you could get here.
Okay, I will get there. To give Patrick the flank. And that will end my turn.
Alright, shock.
It does me. Sorry. Forgetting I've got so much to do. Alright, cool. Is honestly going to try and go over here, give flanking to the spiritual weapon, and just dodge.
Well, the spiritual weapon can't flank. It's not a creature. Also,
Okay.
that would be outside the cage if you were over there.
Okay, cool. Then he will just.
you can
Stay
stay
there.
inside the...
If you want, you can do an assist, which would give
Yeah.
the next person advantage.
That's what I'll do. I'll give an assist.
So you would have to move next to the zombie to do that. Same as like
Okay,
an
so he'll
owl
move,
would,
yeah.
familiar help action. Alright, so
That's
you
what I'll do.
distract the zombie, and the next attack is at advantage. Which,
Well, that's
unfortunately...
Frintling's. Frintling's at advantage
so-
anyway.
I
Yeah.
have just noticed that the
What?
spiritual weapon attack I've been doing this whole time is a +6, but it should be a +7 because
Yeah,
I
we'll
have
just
a
adjust the
+7 on
macro.
spells.
That's fine.
I don't know how. No, wait,
Uh,
no, I do know how. I just found it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's fairly straightforward.
Alright, cool.
Alright,
Frontwing flies up there.
yeah.
Eldritch Blast at advantage automatically, which I keep. Yeah, I do.
Alright. So,
One, two.
those would both strike. Suddenly appearing, you blast the zombie lord twice for 10 points.
Cool. And then fly back out.
The hobgoblin kind of
And go
stumbles
invisible.
backwards. And that is it for him. Quentin.
Okay.
Oh, and he would not have advantage on him anymore.
Wait.
Move forward. And he's going to do it. No. He will bite.
Arr. Yeah, 19 strikes the hobgoblin with a nasty bite. The teeth explode for another 3, doing 8 points of damage total. Alright, anything
Okay,
else?
that's that. No.
Patchwork.
Oh, hold on, I'm still figuring. Ah, no, I found it. Does this work? Still doesn't work. What is this?
What are you trying to
Right,
do?
go on.
Now it's
When you go on your
working. It's working now, sorry, yeah. I just couldn't figure out how to do this. Rinse and repeat spiritual weapon.
Alright, the spiritual weapon attempts to smack him, which it will. 17 strikes. Doing another 9 force and putting him to badly wounded.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt a sacred flame again.
Alright, more sacred fire is brought down upon him. He will not make it, taking another 9 points. Drawing closer to death as the wounds pile up. The
Yeah, that's my turn
creature
again.
is actually going to go for Elise, because she hit hardest. 22.
I don't think that hits. No, that just hits. I'm gonna shield.
Alright, so you spend another first level spell knocking the attack away. It will attempt to life drain you, which will miss as well
Does not
because of the
hit.
shield. So use your reaction, and now it is your turn. So the reaction comes back.
So
Con
we'll
save.
see. I'm gonna make this con save, you guys. I feel it. I feel it, you
You
guys.
got this. Nope.
No.
Alright, still poisoned. It's even worse when you're up close. Ugh.
dry heaves a little bit.
Do you guys know when at what time I started the magic circle? At
It was at about 4. Alright, I think it's about 4:30 now, and you
Oh,
started at
not blessed.
4:20.
Yeah.
no,
Ignore the
this
bless.
then started at 4:20. But when did I do the magic circle? Like 10 minutes earlier?
Yeah, it's like it's like a minute beforehand. Maybe like a minute, like so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna
Ooh.
say 4:20 then.
Yeah.
The time started.
it ends at
Alright,
5:20.
so he is annihilated as you cut into him and he flames up. The corpse falling down to the floor in burnt pieces, ending the battle.
I'm gonna go into the corner and do some more dry heaving.
Ugh. 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 Alright, what do you want to do?
Well, now we're in here.
Alright.
Spencer's gonna snoop around the room, see what we can find.
Alright, so give
What's
me
the deal with this pedestal?
So if you look at the pedestal, religion DC 15 might tell you something.
I would like to try. I think I could.
Also
have religion.
let's see. Alright, so no one, this does look religious to you, but you're not sure what exactly is going on with it. Patchwork with a 20. You think some of the etchings on this pedestal mark it as some sort of almost like a dark altar that might be used to either or maybe to do both, to both enhance the undead or to suck life from the living within a proximity.
I will tell the others that.
I'll take a step back.
It's the. What did you say? It's a dark altar?
Wait.
Yeah.
It sucks life from people in the vicinity.
Yeah, which might be what they were doing to prisoners in here.
But is there
Shock
a
would,
soul? Is there a gem or anything like that inside it?
You don't see anything on top of it. Like the pedestal doesn't have anything on it that's obvious.
Okay, but it doesn't look like there's meant to be anything that fits in there. Like, you put the soul gem in, you put the people in, it sucks the souls out, and the Joel soul gem then is
Does your
powered.
character know anything about soul gems? I forget. Have
Yeah,
you encountered-
Hadrox told us. Hadrox told we know. So we know the Shadow Lords were using soul gems to power the equipment, the stuff from the Dwarven Empire, and we also know that it was also used for the first city. We also know Hadrox was looking into the knowledge of soul gems following the Shadow Lord as magical batteries.
Alright. Well, if
Soul
you want...
crystals are made from life force, trapping the essence of living beings.
Yeah. Well,
Gaiva created crystals to make people stronger and threaten the safety and stability of the Empire.
so you can try to investigate the pillar closer if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it as the Radiant Dragon because actually, before I do it, I'm going to say, Patchwork, Elise, stand back behind me. I'm actually saying this, not doing it. Do they get behind me? Cool. I'm going to
Can
do
maybe
a.
tell from your gesturing and stuff.
I
can
think he
speak.
can
I can
speak,
speak in
as
this
a dragon. He
I can talk
speak.
and I can
Wait,
talk
you can
telepathically.
speak?
I'm good. Yeah, I
thought
can.
it was draconic or something.
Yeah, no, I speak Draconic, but I can also do telepathy. So I can still speak either way. But we said because I can speak Draconic, I can speak. Because I can. Princeton knows how to speak Common. Okay.
Well,
So then I'm going to
telepathy,
do-
telepathy isn't a language. Telepathy, you can just communicate with people.
No. But we said because I can speak Draconic and Quinton would know how to speak Common, if I can speak Draconic, I have to be able to speak so that Quinton can speak normally, because Quinton knows how to speak Common, but yeah. It's an overlap. Anyway. I'm going to do this to gain 5 temporary HP onto the... Well, yeah, sorry, I'll breathe radiant energy onto the altar. And I'm going to give myself guidance as a crystal dragon, because I can do that. And I'll walk up to the altar.
Okay.
Crystal dragons. Cool. What is it, an investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets better than me. He doesn't have investigation. He has, No, I get better investigation because of observant. Cool. Right, so I'm gonna do investigation. Cool, there we are.
All right. So yeah, the altar doesn't seem to have any crystals or anything on it, or the pedestal. You don't really find anything out of the ordinary here. Shock would say this pedestal could not have been brought here by anyone else but this lich. I don't know if I trust Hadrox.
Does oh, here's the thing. How old does the cell itself, like how old do the bars look, like the rusted bars of the room look?
Well, these guys were from the Iron Tide, and
yeah,
that couldn't have been the Shadow Lord.
How would you tell how old the cell looks?
Well, how rusted?
I mean, it doesn't
Well,
rain
here's a
down
question.
here, so it doesn't look too
No,
rusted.
the cell itself, is the cell made of metal bars, or is it just solid like carved rock?
It's metal bars.
Okay.
How
Does
old are
the-
the bodies in this cell?
So some of the
Wait, do
bones
the-
look really
what?
old. You would guess like decades. Though these creatures, the Iron Tide, they came more recently.
Does the metal of the cell, like, I know it's not rained down here, but even underground you'd have dampness from just dark enclosed spaces. You'd have potentially moss growing, or just rusted from just being old. How rusted old any plant life like moss and stuff, like any erosion, is there in
Give
this
me-
room?
I'll say give me a survival check.
It's survival's battle, so we'll do that.
12. It's hard to say, but you would guess this cage is.
I can add a D4 to that. Hang on.
Okay, guidance.
15.
Yeah. You would guess that this cage is at least 100 years old. Pretty old.
Okay, so yeah, so it looks well. No, because Hadrox is older. Hadrox is where is it? I've got it written down somewhere.
150 to 200.
Yeah, Hadrox is older, so Hadrox vanished. So potentially he could have got it here, but he's been trapped here for ages. So I don't think this is Hadrox.
Well, Shock would say, I'm not sure who else would bring it, but I'm almost certain the crypt wasn't built with this cage. It looks like someone brought it here.
The
No,
altar.
Let's say he went missing like 150 years ago, then he could have spent like 50 years here and then put the cage here.
Yeah.
So let me cut to Elise for a moment. What is she doing?
Can I just investigate, I guess, the area to see if there's any belongings or anything of use?
Like searching through the bones?
Yeah.
Maybe some identification.
So give me could you use investigate? That's usually more perception. Yeah, give me a perception check. Investigate's more to figure out like something that's happened. So you are kind of digging through the bones, and you would find what looks like a set of goggles that are in very good condition, like strapped to one of the skeletons.
Cool.
Ooh.
I have a feeling we know what these are.
Like, yeah.
Are these what I think they are?
A lot of people.
Can I do an Arcana check? Can I do an Arcana check? I could use those.
You would need identify.
Same.
I guess I'll spend 10 minutes to identify it.
Alright, so you're like, ooh, what's this? And you start casting identify. Meanwhile,
Patrick is in our head, and my crystal dragon just like I think those are goggles of dark vision. That's in telepathy into your head.
Don't metagame.
I'm not. It's.
You're probably busy examining
I mean,
the altar right now. You might not even notice her doing this.
Yeah, we do have a recipe for goggles of night vision. Like, I don't know if that would help, like, with identification or whatnot, but...
hey,
can I tell...
What list we need to make?
Alright, well, real quick, what's Patchwork doing?
Well, first of all, she gives a thumbs up after Quentin told her that.
It's the depths of it.
Because she doesn't want to disturb Elise. And... Well, the Iron Tide are more recent and the bones are decades old. Can I identify... Well... There isn't any... or there isn't much clothes left, is there?
Not on any of the bones. It's mostly like rags and dust. The Iron Tide have some, their stuff is more recent. Like they would have their chainmail and their shields and their bows, though they weren't using any of it during combat.
Can I tell what race the skeletons laying around belong to?
Give me a medicine check, DC 15, as that's going to be a little more difficult.
Yeah, I figured. Oh.
Yeah, so there is a mixture of bones here, mostly human and dwarven, but you do find a few that could be elven and maybe even a few halflings. You would guess in all, probably about 30 people lost their lives in this cage.
Humans, dwarves, halflings, and elves?
Yeah.
We all know that this was Hadrox is doing, right?
Oh, 100%. Like, yeah. If not Hadrox, someone Hadrox was teaching.
Shock
Like, this
says
is either
that.
him himself or someone following instruction.
He says, I would guess the same. This could have been part of his research, some kind of experimentation. I just wonder how they got the hobgoblins in here. There was no disturbed dust in the hallways.
And I wonder how he got these 30 people in here when the crypt was closed until the Iron Tide came along.
Says, well, maybe back when he was doing his research, he would steal people and bring them here. Because these
Yeah,
bones
but
do
then
look
how
very
did the
old.
crypt get closed off? Is what I'm wondering.
And how
like,
did he get
the-
trapped?
Yeah, was it
Okay.
like just Earth moving on its own, or was it intentional?
Well, the only reason you couldn't... So there were two things you discovered when you first came here. Like, the actual entrance to the crypt was open, but there was some sort of magical seal on the door, which probably
Right, the
kept
star.
Yeah, which you think the Iron Tide disturbed when they found this place, and that opened
So
it up.
someone intentionally sealed the crypt at
Yes.
one point.
A long time ago, most likely.
So, out of curiosity, the altar.
Maybe the person who could have also been responsible for Hadrox being trapped, but you wouldn't know.
The altar in this room that sucks life force out. Does it look dwarven or like Therian Empire design architecture?
That would be either History or Arcana, both DC 15.
Okay, my history is nothing. I use dragons.
Okay, so you believe that it looks similar to something built during the Tharian Empire, but there are some details that make you think it is not. Possibly someone trying to copy Tharian Empire
Okay.
technology.
Okay, so so basically this looks like either a really bad replica of something from a Therian design, or this looks like a more improved, like an upgraded version of whatever the altar's meant to be.
You would think more like a downgraded version. You don't
Okay, so
think
someone.
whoever did this probably didn't do as good of a job as someone who knew what they were doing would have
Okay,
done.
so it's basically a copy of the original. Alright, cool. Okay, so this is just... Right. Can I do a perception check to see if there's any other entryways or exits in the cell that are hidden?
Yeah, sure. Give me an active perception.
You get a +5, I get the
DC is 25 on this.
20 plus a d4.
So,
23.
no, looking around, it doesn't seem like there's another way in or out, just the main door.
Okay. Okay. Do I get, with the 23, just out of curiosity, do I get anything better from the bones that no one else had seen?
Not really. You think those goggles were most of what was in here, other than,
Okay.
like I said, the Iron Tide and the skeleton armaments.
Okay, so... Alright, let's go look at down the other... Well, how messed up is everyone? Do we want to have a rest before we go and look down the other tunnels, or...
Fine, personally, but it's up to you guys.
In my dragon form, in this form, I'm good. As soon as I get knocked out of it, I am fucked.
Shock says,
Just so you know.
I wouldn't mind a rest.
How about we go back to the magic circle and rest inside while it still lasts?
Well, yeah, no, we
Did
can
I
do
get
that.
anything from the? Did I get anything from the?
Oh, you're 10 minutes? Yeah, hang on, let me...
Yeah.
I assume we're passing at least that amount of time. Alright, so you would finish at 440, and you would indeed identify these. Which I will show you.
Yep.
Also,
Yep.
Googles of the night.
Googles of the night. Yeah. If anyone, even if people object, these are mine, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
This is claiming
Okay.
this by right of
Oh.
blood.
You're the one
By
always
right of the-
starting. You're the one always
I'm
starting
the one-
ahead. I don't really.
I needed them.
Yeah, I've got a good dark vision as it is. You're the one who stealth, and yeah,
I'm the
you
one who
need.
still keeps getting fucked over by the fact that I need light. So
Yeah, I
Hey.
don't stealth, and I can make my own light, so I don't need it.
okay.
Alright, so you're heading
Yeah,
back and resting.
Patrick, do you want to collect the essence from all the undead?
Could I have done it in the 10 minutes of the identify?
Yeah, sure. So we'll say while Elise was
Then yes.
identifying, you give me a religion check.
Guidance.
This is a 10 minutes, so you can't. Or this
Okay.
is a several minutes, so you can't guidance this. 11.
That's fine.
Let's see. What did you? Alright, let me put it in chat. Okay, so Swordbreaker and the Zombie Lord. That's as much as you collected with your religion roll.
Are you taking that, or is that going in the bag of holding just so I know?
I'm taking that again.
Okay.
Alright, you said you're
Yeah,
going
Quentin.
back to the circle to attempt an hour rest?
Yep.
I would delete you and. I won't delete yet because I need to roll his hit dice to give him HP, so I'll bring him back so I can do that.
Shock would say, I don't suppose any of you have a magical weapon I can at least borrow.
No.
Anything? Because all of my daggers are Mastercraft, except for my flame tongue.
I have an axe and a mace, neither of which are magical.
And we have no magical weapons in the bag of holding either.
He nods. He says, well, I'll do what I can then.
Alright, so I need to do this. But we do have some spare weapons, I think just normal weapons, which I would probably give him. I'd probably say, like, do you want to well, obviously Elise has them, but I'm going to say, like, shall I give him a couple of the just general weapons? Because
Says,
Of
Yeah,
how-
of course. Like,
this damn skeleton's
We have
messed
so
up my
many.
sword.
yeah,
take it.
we'll just give him a couple.
I guess.
Alright, yeah,
Give him
he'll
a couple of
definitely
the other-
take a new weapon if you have one.
I think we got like a couple. Yeah, let me check.
He says, I'll have to get my sword repaired when I get back to town. Alright,
Yeah.
so you attempt to pass an hour here. The hour would pass quietly. Go ahead and spend a short rest if you want.
Okay, shut.
Um,
Okay.
It's now
Yeah.
5:40.
D10 to that. Okay.
Why can't I roll my hit dice?
I'm gonna take back to
There we go.
first levels.
Shut gets
Whoa. That's a lot.
+37. Yeah, he'll do one more. 5 +5. You spent 3. Yeah, that's good enough for shock. Okay, and then I'm going to spend hit die. So I get that was 68. Don't want to roll all 6. Let's do
And the
1.
magic circle at this point would have disappeared.
Yeah.
How do I erase the magic circle?
I can get rid of it. Give me a moment.
Thank you.
Alright, and Shock would gain a new ability from this experience, which I'll add to his bonus actions.
Oh,
Cool.
did we help Shock level up?
Sort of.
Do we level up?
You guys don't level up, no.
You want?
Can we?
Can you
Can
what?
we?
Level up? No. No, you don't
Yeah.
level up. No.
Please.
1. 29.
Not yet. You guys are level 6, right?
Yeah.
For this campaign, that's pretty much the max. Although you're almost at the end of the campaign.
We are? What the hell?
You are what?
We just need.
Oh,
Well,
I
there's
wasn't planned
there's
to
another
level
campaign
20.
after this. This isn't like I mean the end
Cool.
of everything.
Okay.
Well, and also, if we want, we can always go into the capital because he's got that new one as well.
Yeah, I mean you've all been doing a lot of side quests.
We do all the side quests.
You do all of them, even making up some of your own, which I did not
Yeah.
plan for. All right, so what do you all wish to do? It is now
Oh, I need a short rest.
5.
Should we go to the left?
Left or straight on?
Oh, did
I'm
you
good
drop
with-
your
That's
dragon
good.
form?
I had to regain HP.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you could have just, kept it. But yeah,
I
then
know,
guess
but
you
I
couldn't have
needed to
regained
short
HP.
rest to get HP for when I use it. Also, I get my wild traits back on a short rest anyway,
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, there's no point then. That would make
so I'm
sense.
not
Alright.
losing a great deal.
So
Alright.
I will douse my light, I guess, and I now have 60 feet of dark vision.
Cool.
All right, let me add that to your token.
Hey, you can see nearly as good as I can.
I can see
Yeah,
nothing
that's-
now. Oh wait,
Shock's
no,
got a
Shock
light.
still has a light, yeah.
All right, and did you say you want to douse your light?
Yeah, I'm gonna douse my light.
Okay. Because you do have to have it going for the fire damage.
I know, but I can reactivate it as a bonus action. I'm
True.
just thinking for exploration purposes, I probably don't want to have a light if I have dark vision.
Yeah, that's fair. So are you scouting?
Am I scouting,
Is that why you're doing that?
guys? Should I scout to the left?
Yeah, if you wanna.
Shock says, be
All right.
careful.
Mm-hmm.
I will make a stealth check.
Remember, there's supposed to be spirits somewhere in this area.
Moving forward, I have a 26. And hopefully I don't run into any traps. Are there any traps?
If you want, you can make an active check. You don't see them with your passive. With none.
Just checking. You don't want us to come with you, right?
7. There's no
Nope,
traps.
Looks fine.
Okay. We'll set them off the old barbarian way.
All right.
Maybe that's the next thing you should multi-class into. Maybe you should multi-class into a barbarian.
So you make your way down the hallway to what looks like a door with several strange arcane symbols etched into it.
Do I recognize the symbols?
Arcana DC 10 would possibly give you some insight.
Oh, I have a +10 to my Arcana.
Oh. You think this is a seal of some kind. It might prevent certain types of creatures from manipulating the door or passing through it.
Can I tell which creatures it's blocking?
It's hard to say. But you do
With a
think that
17.
opening the door will break the seal. Unfortunately.
All right, I will head back and I will explain to them what I found, and that maybe we should check out the other door first.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, sorry. What did you find?
An arcane seal that's preventing certain types of creatures from using that door.
So you would guess that since there's a couple of things that you could probably deduce. The door itself can't be manipulated by whatever creature is being held, and also, like, if it was some kind of spiritual creature, incorporeal, they would be unable to pass through the door.
Mm-hmm. So
your
I'm
guess would
thinking-
be undead, just like you could probably deduce from what Hadrox told you and what's supposed to be here. But you wouldn't know for sure.
Should we check out the north door first?
Out of curiosity, Elise, if something like Hadrox was the thing sealed in the room, would he use Mage Hand or Telekinesis to fiddle with the lock, or does the lock prevent him from doing that as well?
I don't know who cast the spell, whether or not it was preventing specifically Hadrox or not. But I suspect that it's either locking something inside or keeping something out.
No, but I meant, like, could someone who can't physically open it use telekinesis to, or use an incorporeal thing to do it? Okay.
No, I don't think so.
You think opening the door would break the seal? No matter how it was opened. Alright, so you said you're going north?
Yeah. What's the deal with this door?
This door, as you get closer, also has markings on it. Again, looks like, similar to the others, probably sealed against certain creatures passing through it or manipulating it.
Alright. Should I attempt to open it, you guys?
No, I have an idea. I mean, I know I can do dragons, but I can still turn into spiders. So if you want, I could turn to a spider and go under the door. Hey.
Well, if we get into some shit, are you not going to be able to use your dragon form?
No, that's the thing. Turning into a spider will stop me from turning into a dragon, but in theory, going under as a spider will let us know what's in there, and then you can take me to the next one and I can do it, and I can tell you at least what's inside.
What if the spirits attack you while you're in there, Shock says? Wouldn't you be trapped?
Yes and no, because I've still got another form I could use to go spider and run the fuck away.
Seems
I mean,
dangerous.
Another option is I can try to Misty Step in.
Can you
I
also
Misty
step
Step out.
Yeah.
I can Misty Step out.
I think the
I
spiders
just need to
sound
be able to
safer.
see.
I still think the spider sounds safer.
I mean, I feel like we should just open the door and attack whatever's in there.
What if it's Hadrox in there? What if Hadrox is the thing that's being kept locked inside, and we open the door and he gets out, and then someone's been keeping locked away, he gets out?
I thought Hadrox said he was locked behind the pool.
Yeah, well, I don't entirely trust what he's been saying. I don't entirely think he's telling the truth, so...
I'm just throwing it out there, like, what if it's not a lock? Like, can I tell what direction the lock seal is in? Like, is it preventing people from getting out or people from getting in?
Give me, let's say, wisdom DC 13.
No, give me an Arcana check.
Anyone can make this.
Wisdom?
If you
Save
said
or
that
just
out loud.
straight wisdom?
Just straight wisdom.
Alright, cool. Give me a second.
Nah.
Come on, Quentin.
I'm coming. I'm opening up my character sheet. I've had to close the wall because my computer couldn't handle. Wisdom check or wisdom saving throw?
Check.
Straight
DC
wisdom.
13.
Okay. Come on.
Oh, look at that. So, I mean, judging by the other seals that you found, like the one entering this place, and now these, you're more. You would guess that it's more someone sealed something dangerous in these rooms rather than fighting it. Maybe someone came at some point and just sealed everything away, so like the evil influence couldn't leave this place. At least that would be a temporary handle. So you'd guess the same is true here. Like these rooms have become a prison for some sort of evil entities, like maybe specters or wraiths or something. You doubt it's Hydrox, you doubt it's Hydrox just because it seems like he was sealed behind something more substantial than just a door.
Yeah. No, I think that like we need to get to a laboratory in order to make our essence or components. And I think that we've been fairly capable at whatever this dungeon's thrown at us before.
Alright, and actually we might want to end there because we are at time. So why don't we do MVP votes and you all can decide next week which door you're gonna open up.
Okay.
MVP. Alright, Quentin with 2 votes. You are MVP. Gain inspiration.
Thank you. Don't get why, but thank you.
Did anyone else do anything
You
in
figured out
character
the
I can give
you figured out the
inspiration
thunder
for?
damage.
I didn't think it went with a wild guess.
The wild guess.
It's good enough.
Thank you.
Let's see. Was there any other good roleplay things that happened today? It's hard for me to
Not really. The
remember.
fight took up a lot of time.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't really do a ton of roleplay. I think we did
Yeah.
more roleplay last week.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better about rewarding inspiration for RP because I'm usually distracted during the game.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can pick it up next week. Good job, everyone.
Good game.
Eddie, have fun at work.
Ugh. I'm not gonna have fun at work. I already feel it.
Have
It's
as
gonna
much
be
fun
terrible.
as possible.
No, I'm gonna
No.
have 0 fun.
No
I'm
fun.
gonna actively
rough.
not have fun.
No fun allowed.
No, it is like incredibly foggy, and I know the weather's gonna be shit for flying, and so we're gonna have a lot of delayed and canceled flights today. I can feel it. It's been like this like for the last 2 weeks. So I'm grumpy and not looking forward to it.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I feel crappy as well. I don't know why that
I
would
have
make you feel
school
better,
again. I need to wake up early in the morning again.
but I've been feeling a bit congested and just tired in general.
Yeah, it's really that time of year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting dark again.
It's getting darker, it's getting colder, and like my body just feels so achy. Like it's flu season. Maybe I think I've been fighting something. Like I'm not sick, but I just like feel tired and achy.
Me too.
and drained. The pressure's changing.
Yeah. Just taking notes. Sorry. Give me a moment.
You're good. I'm just
Fine.
throwing together